Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. I've been trying to get in, but there's been some issues with the PC and whatnot, so I had to work on a couple different things. But there is some good news. We will be streaming on TikTok for the first time this evening. This stream isn't going to be broadcasted to TikTok, but when we stream a little bit earlier in the other room, a little bit later in the other room, we will indeed be streaming on TikTok. It's it's euro dot and dot travel one on TikTok. That's my TikTok if you guys want to go follow it. It's the one with 267 followers on it. So we'll be streaming on there. Oh, Kenny. Well, he's been impeached already and they failed. So who knows? Who knows? But would Trump ever quit before he got impeached? I really don't believe so. I do not believe so one single bit. The camera is angled a little bit strange today, but you guys are going to have to deal with it here. Maybe like that. Okay, that just made it significantly worse. And if you guys notice, the membership has a new thing going on. If you guys are joining if you guys are members, now you have a logo or an emoji of Trump 2028, and you can send special stickers. You can send special stickers if you're joining the membership. We have four membership tiers now. The cheapest one starts at $4.99. But everyone that has a membership, your membership has still stayed, so. But if you're a member, you are going to get special emojis. You got a liberal tears emoji you can send in the chat. You got a Trump 2028 hat you can send in chat. You got a bunch of different things. But this is a little bit of an older speech from July, but everyone's kind of away right now. No one wants to debate so much, so we're just going to be watching some of this content right here. It's okay, Kindred. Welcome back, Kindred. How you doing?
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's a special place.
Hey, I appreciate you, Chris. I appreciate you. Much love, man. Thank you for coming by.
I am here to announce my candidacy.
For what? Trump 2028?
I'm only kidding.
No, he's not
boy,
kidding.
I tell you what a group. We have thousands of people outside on a weekday. The weather's nice, but we're in Marietta. We're in Atlanta, right by it. And I just want to thank everybody. Those are places, we had a tremendous victory here. And it was a big, beautiful victory. We won by a lot. And we have some great candidates running. They got to win by a lot. Otherwise, we're going communist. I don't think anybody wants that. We're not going to do that.
No, we do not want to go communist. Liberals don't know what socialism is. That's honestly the problem. They don't know what communism and they don't know what socialism is. And it's people from 19 years old to all the way to 65 years old. I don't know how you can be in your 40s and 50s and not know what communism is. Just freaking crazy.
But I'm thrilled to be back in the great state of Georgia with thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots.
Hey, Kindred, it's in your state.
That's what you are. And with your help in 2024, we earned more votes than any candidate in Georgia history. There's never been anything like it. And when I say that, I have to be careful because look at all the fake news back there. They will correct me. They will say, he said he earned more. If I was 2 votes short, they would say he's
you're going to tell me, you guys really believe Sleepy Joe got more votes than Barack Hussein Obama? I don't believe that. I'm sorry. Even in the last election, no one got anywhere near what Biden got in 2020.
He's lying. They are sick individuals. They're the fake news. But I have to be careful. No, we weren't. We had more votes than any candidate in the history of this great state, and I'm very proud. I love Georgia. I've always loved it.
I really like Savannah, Georgia. Maybe I'll visit there again at some point near in the future. But guys, get those likes up if you're just joining in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in.
And every day since I've been fighting for the people of Georgia like no president has ever fought before. And you're doing well, too. We're going to keep it that way. And 18 months ago, you were in trouble. Our country was in trouble, frankly. It was a catastrophe what was happening. Sleepy Joe Biden and the radical left Democrats, they're Democrats, D-U-M, Democrats, created
The
the
Democrats. The Democrats. Or the Democrats, like I like to call them.
worst inflation in 48 years. Scott Bessent, was it the worst inflation in 48? Now, if Scott doesn't have credibility, nobody does, okay? He said it's the worst, and it was. It was actually, I think it was beyond 48 years, but 48 years is good enough. Wide open borders with millions of people, even from the world's worst prisons from all over the world. They were pouring into our country. All over the globe, they came. Prisons and gang members, drug dealers, child predators, and 11,800.
Yeah, ICE catches a lot of child predators. The Democrats free a lot of child predators. Look at New York. Look at New York City. They free people with no bail. They free child predators out of jail with no bail. You know who's gonna get rid of that though? This guy right here, Donald J. Trump. Now, honestly, I didn't think that was something he could get rid of, but apparently he's pushing to get rid of it.
188 murderers, many of whom committed more than one murder. More than 50% committed more than one murder. We had transgender for everybody. Men and women's sports came.
Oh, transgender for everyone, even for 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds. It's disgusting.
Ravaging through our cities. And the whole world was laughing at us. We were a joke all over the world, but not anymore. They're not laughing. They're not laughing. Right, Jackson? They're not laughing anymore, Jackson. Gonna be your next governor right here.
Look at these happy, healthy humans in the back. Happy, healthy. I love to see it. Like, look at these strong people.
2 years.
Meanwhile, you go to a Democrat DNC, or any of these kinds of events that they hold, like the DSA. Oh, you see a bunch of miserable, obese, unhealthy, medication-taking people.
Years ago, our country was dead, and now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world, respected by everybody all over the world, the hottest. And we're respected like, I say we respected maybe like never before. When I took office, we inherited the worst border in U.S. history. It was an open wound. It was an open sieve.
And Democrats, socialists particularly, want open border policy, so they would even let more of these people come into this country.
Quickly turned it into the most secure border in the history of our country within 2 months. And numbers were just released by the Democrats that in the past 14 months, a historic record of 0 illegal aliens.
Someone in the comment section said healthy is white. This man right here is a black man. He looks pretty healthy to me. Nice haircut. And she might be Hispanic. I'm not going to say, I know 100% sure, but she kind of looks like she's mixed.
Have been admitted into the
This guy back here definitely looks like he could be mixed. You can't really see him.
United States. And now our crime numbers are among the lowest they've ever been. It's plummeting downward. And nobody's ever seen anything like it nationwide.
I'm sure you guys remember during COVID, crime was literally out of control. Out of freaking control.
Crime has been the lowest numbers that we've had in many, many decades. Last year, we achieved the largest drop in the murder rate ever recorded to the lowest level in 125 years. That's since 1900. That's before my father was born. My father. Before my father was born, think of it, from the year 1900, lowest murder rate and that's despite the fact that we had millions of people poured into our country who were, in many cases, very, very dangerous people. We cut the flow of fentanyl across our border by 67%. And drugs.
Man, he's ending a lot of these cartels. He's blowing up cartel boats, and Democrats are like, no, the poor cartels, they got blown up. How are you gonna get your drugs? You ain't touching that Fenty stuff no more.
Coming in by ocean, sea, by water, was cut 97%. We're trying to figure out who the 3% are because they are among the bravest people anywhere in the world. You've seen that. They are the bravest people in history, I believe. We're making the largest ever investment in the United States Armed Forces, and we've got the strongest and most powerful military anywhere in the world by far. There's nobody close.
There really is nobody close. Our Air Force is 4 to 5 times bigger than the second biggest Air Force on Earth, which would be arguably Russia. I believe Russia has about 4,000 aircrafts, jets, whatever you want to call them, and we have about over 12,000 aircrafts. So we're 4 times bigger than the biggest Air Force in the world.
And I built it during my first term. I built our military. And as you know, they stupidly gave a lot of it away, but actually it was a lot, but it was small compared to what we built. But they gave a lot of it away to the Taliban, to Afghanistan. They gave it away. Just take it. We're leaving. Let's leave brand new machines behind. Let's leave airplanes.
That was the most unpatriotic thing I ever seen in my life. I'm hoping this Iraq pullout goes good because if you guys haven't been keeping up with the news, we're actually having a pullout in Iraq, allegedly, next month. We should be leaving Iraq. It's been 20 plus years, so let's see what happens, I guess.
Behind, I said to him, well, why don't you just fly it out and we'll take it back, or we can even fly it back to the United States if you'd like. Sir, I think it's cheaper to leave it. Brand new plane.
I don't care if it's cheaper to leave it. That was literally Biden's thought. Oh, let's just leave billions of dollars of equipment. It's cheaper and it's faster. Who told you this was okay to do?
It was so sad. I saw what was happening. What a disgusting thing took place. But we then, as you know, we won Venezuela, which is now working with us to produce.
We got a super chat. Second biggest Air Force in the world is the United States Navy after the United States Air Force. We talked about this. Bro, I'm not gonna count us twice. Listen, we can count us 3 or 4 times. We got the Air Force, we got the Navy, and we got Space Force. We're all top 3 Air Forces. But outside the United States, I believe Russia is number 2.
Millions and millions of barrels of oil. We're getting along great with them. One day. And we've already paid for that operation many, many times over. We're taking tremendous amounts of oil, and they're taking tremendous amounts of oil. It's a partnership, in a sense. They're doing a great job. We're working together. And millions of barrels of.
First off, Biden wrote that agreement to pull out of Afghanistan. Trump left military plans for Biden, and he didn't listen to them. He wrote his own plan, but you guys, you would know that if you actually studied up. I actually had friends in Kabul when they did the pullout. They left Afghanistan during the pullout under Biden. They were there. They said it was a disaster. I've met people. I've talked to people. Some of these people are my friends. But guys, get those likes up. If you have any questions, comments, drop some super chats. The Afghanistan pullout was a disaster. Absolute disaster. Biggest disaster in modern day military history.
Of oil is going to Houston and Louisiana, coming to you indirectly after it's refined. They're refining it there. But millions and millions of barrels of oil, and Also, Venezuela is doing better than they've ever done before, too. The big oil companies are going in and they're signing up. We have Chris Wright working on it, Doug Burgum working on it, Scott is working on them, and it's been incredible, actually. It's got serious oil. In fact, if you combine us and Venezuela, we have about 62% of the world's oil market. So we don't need.
This guy says because of Trump, you had to move into your mom's basement to do YouTube. No, thanks to Trump, I have a 3-bedroom house with a pool and a jacuzzi. So keep crying about it if you want.
Straits, we don't need anything. We don't need the Hormuz Strait, but we do it because we have to do it, because we cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. It's very interesting. So we're likewise winning in the Islamic Republic of Iran, and we're ensuring that they will never, ever be able to do to us what.
Oh, you couldn't even hear me because I was on mute. I said, someone said I had to move into mommy's house because of Trump. Actually, I got a 3-bedroom house with a jacuzzi and pool, thanks to Donald Trump. Does that piss you Democrats off? You can't afford to leave mommy's house, and I got a 3-bedroom house with a jacuzzi and a pool. I got a hot tub. This is hilarious.
What they've done to so many. You know, they've killed 52,000 plus protesters. People that were protesting have been killed. 52,000 over the last 4 months. Nobody wants to talk about the fake news back there, never mentions that. And I just left Dover Air Force Base, which is an incredible.
Democrats are lazy. Democrats are lazy.
Incredible place, but oftentimes very sad, because that's when they bring the bodies of our great heroes, our great patriots, warriors. They bring them back to Dover. And I've been there many times before. This was in particular something very sad. I attended the dignified transfer ceremony for 4 great U.S. service members killed in the conflict with Iran. As they returned to American soil at Dover. And one of the families happened to be traveling to Georgia. Beautiful family, beautiful wife and husband and brother-in-law. And I said, I'm going to Georgia too. Where are you going? She says, well, after this, sir, they lost their beautiful son. We're going to Georgia. I said, so if you want, I'll give you a ride on Air Force One. And they said, wow.
I remember when Trump left him on the Air Force One and he escaped in the food cart. He literally escaped in the food cart, and he left all those journalists to rot. He let all those CNN journalists to rot in hell in Turkey, and he escaped in a food cart in Turkey, hopped into another military plane, flew to the UK, then hopped onto another jet and escaped away without anybody knowing. I mean, is that not cool? I don't know what else to say. We have more jobs right now than we've ever had in history. We have more jobs right now than we've ever had in history. Keep crying.
Wow. So today, I then said they were on Air Force One, and it's quite nice, I must say.
At Euro, what was the name of your Iranian guest you had on? He had so much conviction about his supports for the United States. His name was Sam. I'm not going to say his last name, but his name was Sam. He's a really good guy. He doesn't even live in the United States, and he supports everything we're doing to Iran. And he basically grew up half his life in Iran. The last time he was there was probably about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Euro, do you think Trump feels any remorse or regret starting the operation at the first place after he saw the martyrs on funerals of the fallen soldiers? You talking about the martyrs in Iran? No, I don't think he has any regrets whatsoever. The Pislamic regime guy. Yeah, that's the guy. I do agree, they're a Pislamic regime. They're a Pislamic regime. What's up, Dirty Money?
And they said, wow, this is something, thank you so much. But they're heartbroken, they're heartbroken. But They couldn't believe it. And they live very close to here. They live minutes away. And we're here today, and I said to them, celebrating the memory of their beautiful, this was a beautiful son. You know, I read, when I go to Dover, I read charts on all of the young people, and some are unbelievable. Some are a little bit, you know, they got a little bit of a...
All those people protesting in Iran, all of them were basically, they were basically from other countries. They weren't really from there.
Couple of little bad things put in. This is a son who was like a flawless,
What did Tennessee lose? I know for a fact Tennessee didn't lose to any Democrat.
perfect person.
And neither did Texas.
Beautiful
Only
son.
the midterms. What losses?
Handsome.
I mean, it's only the
Everywhere.
primaries of the midterms. What losses? The Democrats and the Republicans haven't even competed against each other. What are you talking about, lady?
Brilliant, respected by everybody. His sheet read so beautifully, and I told them that their beloved son, and his name was Lieutenant Tyler Feehan, and he was a person that was going all the way. He was going to be a general. He would have been a general very quickly. He was heading in that path. But I just want to thank Tyler's mother, Sherry, his father, Stephen, and his uncle, David, great people. I got to know them a little bit on the plane. And standing there watching this sight, which is, it's very tough to watch, to be honest with you. Very tough. I think it's the toughest thing I do. Of anything I do all this stuff, but I think it's the toughest thing I do. But to Sherry and Stephen and David, we will carry Tyler's memory in our hearts forever. And I just want to thank you. It's an honor to have you here today. Please.
I love Democrats because they've never left their city. Most of them have never even been on a plane before, and they constantly say that we're the laughing stock of the world. As someone that's traveled to over 21 countries and lived in more than 3 countries, no, we're not the laughing stock of the world. You might want to leave your mother's bedroom, take a look at what the rest of the world is saying to us. How would you know what Europe thinks of us? How would you know what Turkey thinks of us or any of these countries if you've never left your mother's basement? It doesn't make any sense. It's confusing. Democrats are more concerned about transitioning kids than taking a vacation or traveling somewhere different. So I'm going to let them worry about them. I've been to the UK. Y'all love illegal alien immigrants and Muslims. Y'all love them. Y'all country is a joke. The entire world is laughing at Canada, the UK, and saying, wow, y'all really letting all these illegal alien immigrants come into the country? Grape your women? Stab women and children? Oh man, that ain't gonna happen in my country or in my community because guess what? We got the Second Amendment, baby. The UK gave up your guns in the 90s, and that's when you started going downhill. That's when y'all started going downhill.
Thank you very much. You see the way everybody feels. Your neighborhood.
This guy's saying he's been to 48 countries. You're full of it, brother. You ain't left the country anytime recently.
Neighborhood. Can you believe it? You see the way they feel. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. He's looking down right here. He's so proud right now. So together we're making our country safer and stronger and far more successful than it's ever been before. And that's happening before your very eyes. That's why I call it the golden age. This is the golden age of America. We're building more plants than at any time in
We are building more plants.
the history of our country, and not just AI and all of the different things you read about. Things like auto plants, you know, the old-fashioned way. Toyota just announced they're leaving Mexico and they're coming in. They're going to be building the largest plant anywhere in the world. They're all coming back. They're all leaving Canada. They're leaving Mexico. They're coming in from Germany and Japan and South Korea. They're coming in from all over. And people that have been doing this, people like Scott and others that have been doing this for a long time, they've never seen anything like it. I don't think you've ever seen anything like it. McGee, have you? You haven't
What's up, Magic Mike?
seen anything. He's doing such a great job. In 4 long years of the sleepy Joe Biden administration, they got less than $1 trillion of
We already been over this, Gus. I'm not going to say I agree with what Trump did with the drilling and the hunting of some of these animals. That's the one thing that's one of the things I disagree with Trump on. But at the end of the day, do I support 95% of what he does? Abso-freaking-lutely I do. Absolutely.
new investment in our country. In 4 years, much less than $1 trillion. In less than 2 years, much less than 2 years, actually. In fact, at the end of the first year, but less than 2 years, in my administration, we've secured more than $19.2 trillion in new investment from all over the world.
$19.2 trillion invested in global investment. $19.2 trillion. That was only possible because of Donald J. Trump. 19.2 trillion. And here's an example of how much Biden offered. Biden got us about $1 trillion. $1 trillion Biden got from foreign investment in 4 years. Just $1 trillion. But Trump got $19.2 trillion in 18 months. In 18 or 19 months, he got $19.2 trillion in foreign investment. That's not even with the most recent updates. It's over $20 trillion now. And Biden only got $1 trillion in 4 years in foreign investment. Not even close.
So think of that. So in 1 year, they did much less than $1 trillion of investment. We were losing this country, I'll tell you. And the welfare, you see all the theft that's going on. Guys are stealing $100 million. Some guy from the street steals $100 million. It's horrible. The welfare was going through the roof. The costs were going through the roof.
Of course the welfare was going through the roof. When a Democrat's president, that's basically the time for all you Democrats to mooch off the welfare system.
It was a disaster taking place. But think of it. So they did less than $1 trillion in 1 full year. In 4 years, they did less. Think of this. In 4 years, they did less than $1 trillion. We did.
See, I told y'all. Thank you for 1 month membership. $19.3 trillion is a lot of foreign investment. Thank you, Celia. By the way, everyone that has the memberships, I want to see some of you guys try to send the stickers. Because we have new stickers that y'all can send. Here, go ahead and try them out. We got a bunch of new ones. I'll send it in chat just to show y'all. There's the new stickers we got. There's the new stickers. So if you join the membership, we have different membership tiers now. Our cheapest membership is $4.99 now. So if you guys want to gift some Democrats some memberships, that would be awesome. Or if you want to join the membership, that would be fantastic.
19.2 in 15 months. Think of that. The pharmaceutical company, we're bringing our pharmaceuticals, we learned that through COVID, we're bringing the pharmaceuticals back. But the big pharmaceutical company, UCB, is investing $2 billion to build its first ever American manufacturing plant right here in Gwinnett, Georgia. Gwinnett. Look at the front row Joes. I love these people. I love these people. I think there are about 283, I don't know what the hell they do. I think they make a lot of money, too. I'm hearing they're very rich. They follow us. It's a rock concert, right? You have a good time, right? Thank you. They've been with me right from the beginning. How many have you done so far, do you think? 4, 5, 6, close to 1,000. It might be. You think he's kidding? It might be. Well, we love you. Thank you very much. We love you guys. Thank you. We have groups. We have a group from, I don't know if they're here, but we have a group from North Carolina, women, beautiful
Listen, if you love this country, spam USA in the chats. USA, USA, USA.
women. They follow us, and they're at 218, I think.
What's up, Tom? I saw your message. I saw
219.
you in here.
They come, and I always say, "What the hell are your husbands saying about this? This is crazy." They're these beautiful women. I think they're sort of
You guys can take the jab if you want. I don't got a jab, but if you want to take it, you can do what you want to do.
a wealthy family. I don't know what the hell's going on with them. But, you know, like the Front Row Joes, it's good. We have a lot of those groups.
If you support the DSA, join the Discord. Link in the bio. Let's debate. I dare y'all to come and debate me. But get those likes up, subscribe.
They're just great. They've been with us right from the beginning. And you know why they're with us? Because they love our country. That's why they're with us. It's really why they're with us. So, Japan is investing $600 million in a cutting-edge diamond processing facility, as you probably read this morning in your state. $600 million. Yamaha Motors is building its brand new U.S. headquarters in Kennesaw. And more money is being invested in the United States right now than at any time in the history of our country. And
That's 100% true, and that's actually factually proven. That is factually proven. More money coming into the USA than ever before. But you know what's funny? All these Americans saying, oh, the poor Palestinian women and children. But not a single one of y'all care about how 9 states have 0 restrictions on abortion. Massachusetts just passed 0 restrictions on abortion. You can murder your baby 10 minutes before it's coming out. Right before, the doctor can be saying push, 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 and all of a sudden you change your mind and you're going to murder that baby. That is crazy.
Americans are working today more so than ever before. We have more jobs today than we've ever had, and it's not even close. More people are working now than at any time in the history of our country.
Wow, that's 100% true. More jobs right now than we've ever had. Ever.
And the stock market has said, and that's with this skirmish we have going on. I call it a skirmish. This is with this skirmish we have with the Islamic Republic of Iran, and I call it that because, let me tell you, they're getting hit so hard, and they want to make a deal. But I say they're not ready to make a deal.
Oh no, the poor kids and the poor women and children in Iran. And then meanwhile, you'll abort 33 million American babies. Oh no, the women's school or the girls' school in Iran. And then you'll abort millions and millions and millions of babies. Y'all don't care about human life. You only care when it's convenient. You only care when it's convenient. Democrats!
Because every time they make a deal, they want to change it and everything. They're not ready. They'll be ready very soon. And this is despite this. It's going on. The stock market has hit 73 all-time highs since the election. Think of that.
73 all-time highs. How many times does President Trump have to tell you to invest? How many times? These Democrats will never learn. Well, they really can't invest. Well, they can, though. Even though they're working at Mickey D's, they're still living at home with mama. So they should be able to invest.
And the typical American's 401k is up by $34,000, setting records day after day. It's up by numbers that have never been seen before. So your 401ks, they always say, oh, the stock market. Stock market's very important. But I have people coming up to me that have 401ks. They said, it was a disaster My family wouldn't talk to me. They thought
All life is not equal to the Democrats. Abortion is fine. Murdering babies at 8 or 9 months is fine. But God forbid you defend your country and you defend your land, and there's some accidental casualties of women and children, they'll start screaming at the top of their lungs. But if there's aborting tens of millions of babies a year in America, they don't give a damn about that. They only care when it's convenient.
I was a total loser. And now I'm like, the one guy said, I feel like Warren Buffett. No, the markets are right through the roof. And it's a beautiful thing to watch, frankly. It's beautiful. What's brought families together. I mean, I told the story about a policeman in New York City. He said my wife was really down on me because the 401k was a disaster. It wasn't moving. And you get elected, and it's she thinks I'm the most brilliant financial mind in the world now. She loves me much more than she did. She's close, but you should never love for that reason. Remember that, please.
Listen, any job is a job. I got respect for everybody, but these Democrats just want free stuff. And I believe a lot of people out there got a lot more potential than to working at McDonald's. But do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do to get on your feet. A job is a job. But you know what's not respectable? What's not respectable is Democrats just begging for handouts from the government. I ain't paying for your 6 kids, Keisha. You pay for your own kids, Keisha.
And while the stock market is skyrocketing way up, inflation is way down. We're coming way down.
Way
and
down.
Last week, it was announced just last week that dropped by the largest amount in more than 6 years.
Let's see. This is a super chat from the Turkish man. Emery says our abortion limit is 10 weeks, which coincides with when hearts start pumping. After that, it's illegal, but people and doctors still do it in secret sometimes. I'm against abortion altogether. I don't care if it's grape, what it is. No abortion. Abortion is murder. But at least y'all have an ounce of humility and humanity. At least you have an ounce of humanity. These demon rats will unalive their babies at 8 or 9 months. And it's legal in some states. It's legal in 9 states to unalive your baby at 9 months. You shouldn't be screaming about any children in Gaza or any children in Iran. You don't care about American children being aborted. But join that Discord. Join that Discord that Ganon has been spamming in chat. Join the Discord. I'll pin it real quick. So join the Discord if you guys want to debate, have any conversations. Get those likes way, way up.
6 years. Because we're doing
Subscribe.
We're running the country properly. And they tried to blame high prices on me. So think of it. When I inherited this thing on January 20th, we had the highest.
Yep, Massachusetts governor just signed a bill allowing abortion up to the day of birth. That is demon. That is demon rat. That is demon rat. That is literally demon rat.
Highest inflation in many, many years. 48 years, they say. I say maybe ever. This is what I inherited. And when I had...
Everyone in the comment section spam 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years.
I had nothing to do with it. I walk into office, I have a press conference first or second day, and they're screaming at me, what are you going to do about high prices? Right? What are you going to do? I said, I just got here. What are we talking about? Tell me. Eggs have gone up 4 times. 4 times. I said, I just got here. Give me a break. They did. They hit me with the eggs, and you remember that? Kelly, you remember I got hit with the eggs. First day, first press conference, nice friendly press conference. You know they treat me so nicely. What are you going to do about the prices? And they said, they used the word, first time I heard it, it was a word, made up by the Democrats. Affordability. They said, affordability. I said, I've been here one day. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. And we're taking care of it, you know? We're taking good care of it. They had the highest.
Grocery prices have gone down in my area for specific items. Rent prices have gone down. Even gas prices are, even with this Iran war, gas prices are still cheaper than they were under Biden.
Prices. They had the highest prices. In fact, with the eggs, you know, we have an Easter egg hunt like a few months after this, and they said, don't order eggs, sir, because they're so expensive. Use plastic eggs. They wanted me to give the kids. I said, nope, we're going to get it done. And we did a great job. Our Secretary of Agriculture did a great job, and we got the
Hey,
price.
they got eggs below $2 now. Eggs below $2.
Now of eggs is lower than it was when we started, right?
Hey, what's up, Urban? How you doing? Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, everybody. Drop super chats for any questions or comments.
And many other things, too. And oil will be coming, it's going to be tumbling down. It was 3 weeks ago. They thought we had a deal. I said, I don't think we have a deal with these guys. They break every deal they make. But I said, you know, but people thought the geniuses on Wall Street, they came down, really down, and goes back up a little bit. But it's going to come down maybe lower than when we even started. But just give me a little time. I always say, give me a little.
Oh, this guy says he uses liberal tiers for gas. Yeah? If your wallet's ever getting a little bit low, you can always use liberal tiers as gas. Don't forget that.
I said to the farmers, give me a little time, and look how we're doing with the farmers, what's going on with the farms and everything. This country is rocking and rolling. So every day we're fighting to put more money back in the pockets of the hardworking American families, and that's why with the help of our incredible Republican majorities in Congress, we've done so much. I proudly signed the great, big, beautiful bill delivering the largest tax cuts in American history.
The Great White Hope. Jesse Watterson calls him the Great White Hope. And he is the Great White Hope.
Largest in American history. And we did big ones first. You know, we had the best economy in history in my first term. A lot of people don't, because we had a COVID period, went all over the world. And we did a great job where they got no credit for it. We did Operation Warp Speed. And I'll tell you, we did a great job, but we got very little credit for it. We should have been given big credit, but we got credit for everything else. And we had the best economy, but this economy is ready to blow everything away, ever, of any country. There's never been anything like what's happening in the United States of America right now. So I just want you to remember that if you're paying a little bit more, a lot of it's come down now. We got it coming down very rapidly, actually. Look at the number just released. But it really would, you know.
Where is the oil money from Venezuela, man? We got billions. We made billions off of them. Billions. Republicans so far out of touch with reality. Why do Democrats say we're out of touch with reality? Because we work and we don't receive welfare and we provide for our families? Is that why we're out of touch with what it's like to live on welfare? I guess I'm out of touch with what it's like to live on welfare because I've just worked my entire life. So, I don't know. You're right. I don't know what it's like to be living on welfare, begging everyone else to pay for my 8 children.
We inherited something from Biden, and we're giving it back to you, thousands and thousands of dollars each family. We gave it to you also. Remember, forgetting about prices, and I don't want to forget about it. I would never leave a sentence like that because they'll say, he said forget about prices. I said, despite anything you see, we gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
Y'all getting all the benefits. Y'all are getting all the benefits. All you need is lower taxes. You can open up your business. You can go work that job you want to work. Chase your dreams. Stop sitting here complaining about, oh my God, the Jews. It's Trump and the Jews. They're making it hard. No, you're making it hard. Get a job, Keisha. Get a job.
We gave you something that nobody ever thought of. This was my idea. I said, give people a deduction if they buy a car only that's made in America. Give them a deduction. They go out, borrow money. They're allowed to get a deduction. But this past filing season, 130,000 tipped workers right here in Georgia saved an average of more than $7,000 on their taxes, and that's because of no.
Yeah, Trump is like James Bond. He'll escape out of a jet in a food cart. Maybe he'll escape in a suitcase. Who knows what he's gonna escape in? Who knows? But he's like James freaking Bond.
Tax on tips. You know, we're building a tremendous military facility at the White House. It's a ballroom, but it's also a big military facility, a drone port on top, and tremendous things underneath. And they've been working hard, a lot of overtime. They work till 11 o'clock in the evening, almost
Everyone lying about no tax. Everyone saying, oh, he taxed my tips. He taxed my Social Security. You idiots have no idea what you're talking about. Liars, 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 liars. You don't got a CPA. You don't got a tax accountant. You got nothing. You're using TurboTax. You have no effing clue what you're talking about.
every evening, 11:30. They get there at 6 o'clock in the morning. They're really working. And the other day I went over to them and I said, gather together. And I had, hundreds of workers, very big thing. It is beautiful. It's going to be incredible. It's an incredible project. It's a contribution to the United States of America by very wealthy people and very wealthy companies. It cost this country. But what happened is I said to all the workers, it was a Sunday and they were working on a Sunday. Maybe they shouldn't. Maybe they should be in church. I don't know. I'll get them in trouble. But they were working on Sunday and I said, remember this, no tax on overtime, all the overtime they're making. And they gave me a big cheer. No tax on overtime. As an example, 700,000 Georgia workers saved an average of over $3,000 thanks to no tax on overtime. And 500,000 Georgia seniors paid $0 on their Social Security benefits thanks to no tax on Social Security. But perhaps most consequential of all is the provision that the great, big, beautiful bill that we're celebrating today. It's something that's beautiful. It's beautiful because it takes care of our youth. It's called the Trump Accounts, and it's hot as a pistol. It's hot as a pistol. And under this groundbreaking new policy, every American child gets a tax-free investment savings account that can grow over the course of their childhood.
Hey, appreciated, Tom. Let's see who got the memberships now. Let's see who got the memberships now. We're giving a bunch of Democrats memberships. Y'all are going to be crying, 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 crying. Keep the memberships, guys. Keep flooded with memberships. I want to see some of you guys spam the comment section with membership after membership. I made them $5 a pop, guys.
And be used for them when they reach 18 or 21. Their parents, grandparents, employers, and loved ones can contribute up to $5,000 a year. And with the modest contribution, these accounts will reach hundreds of thousands of dollars for these young people by the time they get to, let's say 18, let's say 21. But by the time they're just young adults, they could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, most likely will be. And for decades, Washington politicians gave our children absolutely nothing but debt. But the Trump accounts, we're finally seeing and ensuring that every young American gets a great start in life and a really fair shot at the American dream, which is what we all want. They all aspire to that. And under the system, every newborn child.
Celia, I'm not going to be able to give you advice with, just off the top of my head. Listen, if you give me more of a place that you want to live, you give me some descriptions of what you're looking for in a city to live in, I'll tell you some places to live, but put a super chat behind it. Put $5, $10 behind it. and give me a description of what you're looking for in Florida. I can tell you some good places to live.
Gets $1,000 deposited in their Trump account at birth. Think of that. From the United States government. Think of that. The government is finally giving money back to our children. You think that was easy to get from the Democrats? Not easy. Actually, they didn't vote for it. They didn't. I don't think we got one vote. We got it, a unanimous Republican vote. We didn't get any Democrat votes, I don't think. But they have a hard time justifying all of the things that they've done. But the government gives them $1,000 at birth, and from there it just goes up and up and up, and lots of people like
Up and up and up. If you're gonna have hundreds of thousands of dollars if you get that Trump account from your parents. I love it when he defines things complimenting with the most, this, the best, that. Yeah, he's pretty good at the English language. I mean, he was basically a businessman and a salesman.
the employers can put money into their children's accounts of the employees. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm seeing it. And again, over 7 million, and it really just started, I would say, Scott, a few weeks ago, because it was all of the very, complex legal governmental things were worked out about 3-4 weeks ago, and we have over 7 million people already, children already. So
Let's see, another super chat. He is also a comedian deep inside. His insults and ironies are really on point and makes people love him. A true American patriot, loves his country. Yes, sir, I agree with it. Let's see some new super chats from some new people. If you guys have any questions and comments, we're reading every single super chat out loud. If you want to show love to the channel, you can drop some memberships.
that's great. And I want to just tell you that generous individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, Brad Gerstner, and so many others have donated billions of dollars to fund Trump accounts for millions of children. Some people are going to take the children from states, the entire state. Like Gerstner is looking at the state of Indiana, where he contributes the money for, these are wealthy people. They've made a lot of money. They're putting it back. But Michael and Susan, they're two special, incredible people. As an example, donated $6.25 billion into the
Yeah, this was all funded basically by private donors, but Democrats don't want to hear you say that. That's going to offend them.
accounts for youth. They gave them for youth. Michael Dell, Susan Dell. $6.25 billion. I have a friend, he gave $50 million. I said, that's peanuts. That's not even close to the $250 million that Michael Dell gave. I said, what are you doing? You can do better than that. But people are loving it.
Let's see what Celia said. Well, I'd like someone on high ground to avoid plumbing near an airport. No natural disaster hazards, somewhere you and your family would like to come and visit or move into the neighborhood. Well, for North Florida, I'm a big beach guy. I like all the cities that are on the beach. But let me think about it for a second. Give me another minute or two to kind of, fully respond and think about it. I mean, you got Destin in North Florida, you got Panama City, you got Cedar Key, you got lots of good places that are near Gainesville. But if you want something with a big city and that's not on the water or near the beach, Gainesville is a good option. Gainesville is a good option.
And you know what I say? Go out and buy a Dell computer, okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, that's great stuff. And the Trump Accounts app, for those that want, is now the #1 app in all of America. Isn't that nice for our youth? People are doing it. It just caught on. In the past 18 days, nearly $1.5 billion have been deposited into the Trump accounts. Think of that. The money is pouring in. And it's for children and all sorts of advantages and tax advantages for the people that do it and make this investment in our future, because it's really an investment in our future.
We got another recommendation. Almost never natural disasters in Milton, Florida, near Pensacola and an airport. Yeah, Milton, Florida, I would say. That's another great recommendation. Milton, Florida.
future.
Because on the beaches, you do have the disasters, and you're not really near an airport. So Milton, Florida, that's a really good recommendation.
You have to do is go to trumpaccounts.gov, trumpaccounts.gov, and sign your child up for a free investment account today, and the child gets $1,000 from the government. You think that was easy to do? That wasn't easy to do. Tell the Democrats you're giving everybody $1,000. But we're pleased to be joined by some of those.
I mean, Democrats love free money. Most of them would be trying to empty the Trump account to go buy crack or go buy something with it because they don't want to work. That's the unfortunate truth. But luckily, I think there's restrictions where the parents can't steal the money.
Incredible Georgia families benefiting from the Trump accounts, including Cole and Allison Loden and their 3-year-old beautiful child Ray, their 2-year-old Rex, and 3-month-old daughter Ren. And Cole and Allison met at Kennesaw State University, where he played football, and he was a cheerleader and a respected guy, good student. Now Cole is a project manager helping build data centers, and just this past April, they became the first home buyers. Cole and Allison bought their first home. So I just want to come up here for a second, Cole and Allison. Come up, say a few words, wherever you may be. Where are you? Come on up. Come on, don't worry about Secret Service. We've had people come up. One of them almost got beat up. And all they did was, I said, come on up. And they go, oh, beautiful. Wow. That's so nice. Be careful. You can't
77 million of us say that Trump is going to stay.
fall like Sleepy Joe. You can't. Come on, say something. Come on, please. How are you? Hi, sweetie. I'll watch you.
Thank you, Mr. President, and the White House staff for allowing my family
Trump, Trump, Trump. We love Trump.
to be a part of this special event. It is truly an honor. Thank you, Mr. President, and your administration for the hard work and commitment that that made the Trump account possible. As a father, it's encouraging to know that our children's future can begin with an investment from day one. To every eligible new parent, I encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity by opening a Trump account for your child and continuing to invest in it each and every year. Mr. President,
Democrats will have a brand new baby and they will not open a Trump account and they will not receive the $1,000, all because of their hatred of Trump. Out of spite, even though they're broke, they will do it out of spite.
thank you for your continued commitment to investing in American families. And on behalf of my wife and me, thank you for providing our children with a greater opportunity to pursue and achieve their American dream. Thank you, and God bless America.
Holy Trump merch. These people in the front row got all the Trump gear on. They got the hats and the Trump jerseys.
Thank you very much, Cole. That's beautiful. Also with us are Dean and Gabrielle Fungawing and their 4 children, Elise, Jude, Isaiah.
Since he spoke about Dean, I'll talk about Dean Withers for a second. Literally some random account with no profile picture, a random Anon account with no profile picture, no real name, said that he was a rapist, and he started crying. Cry, Dean Withers, about some random account calling you a rapist. That is hilarious because Dean Withers is the type of guy to say, believe all the fake Me Too allegations.
And Talia, who also have been very proudly members of the Trump accounts. And Dean and Gabrielle are both entrepreneurs who believe in teaching their children the importance of self-reliance. And it's happening. You know, people are watching the market now. They're watching how are the stocks doing, how's it going? And they're only going up, it looks like, and we're going to keep it that way. So Dean and Gabrielle, come on up for a second, please. Wow. Wow. Beautiful.
Maybe we'll have a Dean Withers debate soon on TikTok. Since I got my TikTok able to go live now, maybe soon. Even though I've tried and he's denied me.
Well, Mr. President, thank you for this honor. My American story began when my parents brought our family from Suriname to this city in 1990. We attended local schools and college.
Hey, I'm proud of you. Celia says, when I was born with a bum leg, one of my uncles encouraged my mom to get welfare for me. She never got it for herself. I hated welfare. My uncle had 8 kids and no welfare. That's fantastic. We should be living in a society like we used to, where we should be shaming welfare babies. Shaming welfare babies, straight up. Thank you for that gift.
Right here in Georgia. And in 2008, my wife and I lost our jobs just before learning we were expecting.
I missed him dancing to the beat like he did in rallies. Sometimes I dance his way and have a blast. Yeah, me too. Whenever I'm out and about, rarely when I go out, have dinner somewhere or something, I'll hear the YMCA song and I always do my little Trump dance.
Our first child. A friend taught me the appliance repair and service trade, and it changed our lives. Together, we built a company serving over 55,000 homes across the city. And then she fired me and made herself CEO. Later, I founded a technology startup, and that patented technology, along with our team, protects millions and millions of square feet of commercial real estate from water damage. Standing with me today are my wife and our 4 beautiful children. We opened Trump accounts for each of them. And because investing in the next generation strengthens...
Democrats, open Trump accounts. Well, Democrats really ain't having any children. Most Democrats ain't having any children, so never mind. Sorry.
...of America. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President, and God bless America, and God bless you.
Beautiful.
They too busy aborting them for sport. Yeah, they're too busy aborting them for sport.
People. Well, thank you all. Appreciate it. But while our administration is lifting up the next generation with the power of freedom and American capitalism, proven all over the world when it's done right, it's not always done right, but when it's done right, there's nothing like it. The radical left is actively trying to destroy our children's future with the disaster known as communism. It's communism.
Democrats are dumb. The proof is that they're all poor. That is literally proof that you're dumb. If you can't work a job and make money and provide for yourself, that's proof right there that you're dumb. I don't care how many college degrees that you have. If I'm doing better than you, you're the dumb one.
This isn't a social democrat. These are communists by another name, right? As I said in my recent address at Mount Rushmore recently, I don't know if anybody saw it, such a beautiful place. You know, the communists want to take it down. They tried taking Mount Rushmore down. They want to blow it up. They want to take it down. They shouldn't be up there. These people are crazy. But communism is, in my opinion, communism is the single greatest threat to our country and its history, including Even World War I and World War II, Pearl Harbor, 9/11. I think it's the greatest threat that I've ever seen to our country. These people are stone cold crazy. And it is the enemy of the free people everywhere and everywhere in the world. You see it happening, and every time it starts to happen, the areas where it's at, whether it's blue states, you see the blue states are all going bad. They're all going bad because communism is a loser. The concept, the policy, it's a loser, and it always has been, and it always will be.
A loser mentality. America will never be socialist. They will never be communist. They'll have to get rid of me permanently. They'll have to put me in a dungeon, or they'll have to take me out permanently before this country ever becomes socialist or communist. I can guarantee you that. Because there is going to be civil war before I allow this country to be socialist.
And you know, they want to give everyone everything away. You want free rent, you want free house, what they don't say is that a year from now, there'll be absolute squalor, turmoil, and death. And that's the way it's happened all the way. It goes back thousands of years by different names. But that's the way it happens all the time. It's squalor, it's poverty, it's death, it's destruction. And that's why we declare again today that the United States of America will never be a communist country.
Or a socialist country. Or a socialist country. There quite literally is a communist party in the United States. But the Democrat socialists are the real people that we got to watch out for. And socialism and communism are really very, very similar. But most Democrats think socialism is a social democracy. A socialist democracy and a social democracy are two different things. Two different things. Google it. Google it. When Biden was president, we didn't have people cheering like this in the background. No, we did not.
You know, remember during the State of the Union, I said that this country will never be a socialist country, remember? And I was right. They skipped socialism. They went right to communism. Georgia's a state that believes in common sense, and yet your terrible Senator, Jon Ossoff, he's terrible. And the Democrats in Congress are voting with the communists every single time. They're afraid of the communists. You look at it. Now, I fought Ossoff before, as you know, and we won. We had a great success against this guy. He reminds me of Pinky Herman. Did you ever see Pinky Herman?
Democratic socialism counts on people being too idiotic to even know the definition of socialism. That's the only way socialists ever get in power, by people not knowing the definition of what socialism is. Either that or they're just full-blown stupid.
Jon Ossoff and the congressional Democrats voted against securing our border. They voted against our massive tax cuts that you have. They voted against the Trump accounts for your children. They want to raise your taxes by a lot, not lower them. We lowered your taxes. We gave you the greatest tax cut in the history of our country twice now. And they want to raise your taxes substantially. You know, I've been watching politics. I've been involved in politics in the other side, you know, for a long time. I've always found it interesting, fascinating, important. But I've never seen people say, ever, it's always politicians. I've watched great politicians. We will lower your taxes. They will always say, we will, even if they didn't mean it. They'd say, we will lower your taxes. These people say, we're going to raise your taxes. I've never heard it before. It's a new phenomenon.
Who the hell wants their taxes raised? People that don't make any money, that's who.
It's a phenomenon. They voted against no tax on tips. They voted against no tax on overtime. They voted against no tax on Social Security for the seniors. They voted against voter ID. Can you believe that? Well, you saw what happened. They caught thousands of votes in New Jersey where illegal aliens were allowed to vote, thousands and thousands of votes. They voted in favor of the transgender mutilization of your children and in favor of...
Disgusting! They want to transgender your child. They want to cut off your 14-year-old's wee-wee. That's gross. That is gross. That is disgusting. That is truly disgusting and disturbing.
In favor of men playing in women's sports. Isn't that lovely? They voted against lower energy prices, lower car prices, and bigger paychecks for everyone. They voted against every one of these things. John Ossoff and the Democrat communists want to let the Marxists into
The Democrat communists. The
power, bankrupt your
Democrat.
families, and leave you totally undefended with wide open borders. But we will not let that happen to our country. We're not going to let it happen. Right? So it's a very appropriate thing because I watch this man run and he's really...
If any of you want to protect illegal alien immigrant bastards, please join the Discord. Please, let's debate about illegal alien immigrants. They're all criminals, every single last one of them. I can't wait for ICE to get their new electric gloves. When ICE gets those electric gloves, they're going to be zapping people. They're going to be like Mr. Electric rolling down the street. When they see an illegal alien immigrant running, they're just going to zap them with their electric gloves. I mean, it's going to be wild.
phenomenal, actually, because I liked The Other Side, too. I was a big fan of The Other Side, too. Two good men, frankly, but I watched him run, and it was amazing what he was able to do. Very, very successful guy, and he decided he wanted to be governor because he thought he could do some really incredible things for this state, more so than have been done. And I'm very pleased to be joined today by...
If you want to debate, you can join the Discord. The Discord is linked in the bio.
by a true champion for the people. He just won. Georgia business leader Rick Jackson, who I'm told has a big announcement to make. I don't know what this is. Come on up here, Rick.
Illegal alien immigrants, illegal alien immigrants, illegal alien immigrants, illegal alien immigrants. Democrats hate that word. It is a lawful definition. It is in our Constitution. It is in federal immigration law. They are known as illegal alien immigrants.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. What you're doing on the Trump accounts is for foster children will, change lives. I know because I said earlier that it changed my life when I got a $100 Christmas gift in an orphanage. That's why here in Georgia we should not stop with $1,000. I want to announce as when I become governor, I'm going to push the state of Georgia to match the federal contribution with another $1,000.
Someone asks, what about asylum? Well, I agree with Stephen Miller. We're going to give people asylum, but we're going to send them to other countries in a jet or a plane or whatever. They're not going to stay in America. Bottom-feeding asylum seekers do not deserve to live or stay in America. If they need asylum that badly, they can go in another country and live there. Maybe in the future when they get their life right and they're making money and they're on the right track and they have a family, then they can come through the legal immigration process. But we're no longer going to be the world's dumping grounds for asylum seekers. We're going to send them to other countries. That was a genius idea by Stephen Miller. Straight up genius.
And I believe our legislature will approve that. If they don't, I will personally donate it myself. Mr. President, you're fighting for Georgians every day for the state and what you're doing to lower costs. Media does not report this, but every day President Trump is bringing unbelievable amount of business solutions to government. Let me give you an example. Not long ago, I was meeting with Susie Wiles, who, in my opinion, is the best chief of staff in the modern history. But we were talking about America's antibiotics supply chain. And I told her
I don't need any enemies. I don't want any enemies. But these people keep making me their enemies because they're enemies to America. And I'm very pro-America. So therefore, I'm an enemy to them.
Bought this last American plant in the United States in 21 because I didn't want China to leverage it on our president for trade. I told Susie something that every family should know. We produce one dose of amoxicillin for 7 cents. By the time it goes through all the middlemen, you pay $1. Susie looked at me and said, well, have you heard about Trump RX? And I said, she said, we're announcing it tomorrow to sell directly to from the manufacturer to the consumer. That's a business solution. That really brings down costs.
That is a business solution.
When we bought this manufacturer of antibiotics, we wanted to change the name to U.S. Antibiotics, which I thought was a good name. So it took the Biden administration 7 months to approve our bottle.
Our dead and wounded soldiers did not fight for you retards to bring socialism to America.
Logo where it had been for the entire 35 years. Then last summer, we wanted to bring out for our kids amoxicillin extended release. Under the Trump administration, we applied to have a new drug that hadn't been here in 25 years. Under his administration, it was approved in 60 days. 60 days. So, Mr. President, thanks for what you're doing. I wish the fake news would report all these great business things that you're doing, but that's what I'm going to be doing in Georgia. I'm going to bring business solutions to solve real problems. The other side talks about affordability as if that's a solution. Affordability is not a political problem. Affordability is a business problem. It requires business solutions, just like this man's been doing all his life. My opponent wants to cut down businesses and cancel them just because I visited a restaurant. Well, that's just wrong. We are not going to do that. And I'm going to make sure that Georgia is the best place to do business and reduce affordability to the lowest it's ever been. And I'm going to be this man's favorite governor.
God bless. God bless.
Wow. He's going to be a great governor. He will be great. Thank you very much, Rick. We also have some true
Top 3 welfare cities: New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, all Democrat-ran cities.
warriors with us, including State Senator Brian Strickland, who is running for the job of Attorney General. That's an important one. Well, get out and vote, and he's going to be fantastic. You have my complete and total endorsement, as you know, okay?
Canada is a shithole. It's in a recession. It smells like feet and curry. But I still got love for the conservative Canadians. I like them as people. They're good people. But when is Canada going to wake up? They're in a recession. They've doubled their population with the illegal alien criminals in the last 10 years. Their value of their dollar is 67 cents to $1. It used to be 1 to 1 10 years ago. Canada is a shithole, and y'all are too stupid to realize it.
And State Senator Greg Dolezal, and that he is a fantastic guy who's, as you know, running for lieutenant governor along with Rick. That's a pretty good work.
Canadians come to America for their health care. That's how shit their free health care is.
Where are you? There you are. Where are you? Oh, what a man he is. You have my complete endorsement. You know that. You had it before, but you have it now. Okay? Great luck. You won't need it. Yeah, everybody needs luck, but you're not going to need that much. Very talented people need luck too, but they don't need it that much. And State Representative Tim Fleming, who is running for Georgia's Secretary of State. And they all have my complete and total endorsement. They're incredible people. Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations. I heard you had a great win.
I've been to Canada. I've been to over 21 countries, and Canada is one of the biggest shitholes I've ever been to. Toronto smells like feet and curry. Downtown Toronto smells like feet and curry.
We also have State Representative Houston Gaines with us, who's a fantastic person, and he's running for Congress. And you already have my endorsement, and you already won your primary in record numbers, and now you have to go and beat a Democrat. Good luck.
The Democrats are so stupid, they'll start screaming about the innocent Palestinian children, the ones that carry AK-47s and that are terrorists. But they won't care about unaliving American babies at 8 or 9 months old. They don't care about human life. They only care when it's convenient. They only care when it's convenient. It's disgusting. It's sad.
We'll be helping you, okay? Good luck. I want to thank as well, he was here, I didn't know he was going to be here, Treasury Secretary, I think he's going to go down as the best ever, Scott Bessent.
Democrat cities do smell like shit. Name me a single Democrat city where there's not literal human piss and shit in the streets. Can you name me one? I can't think of one.
That's good, Scott. Don't make him too popular. I won't like him anymore. That's very good. Secretary of Education, a woman who's absolutely incredible. She's moving education back to the States. Linda McMahon. And she's phenomenal.
Canada and Britain, both are shitholes. Both smell like feet and curry. Both have mass illegal alien immigration. Both have skyrocketing prices and stagnant wages. And I've been to both places.
She's getting it back to the States so the parents can run the education. And I met your school board people. They were really great people, but
thank you guys for subscribing. Get those likes up. Let's get to 300 likes, chat. Let's get to 300 likes.
you know, they want to work with the parents, and that's what we're doing. And Linda, you are doing some great job. She's moving it back. Not easy. Not easy. That's years and years of turmoil that went trying to do it. She just gets it done. This woman is incredible. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Another great person and great administrator, a woman who's really smart.
I would not be opposed to Ron DeSantis in 2028, but at the same time, I would prefer Marco Rubio, if you want the hard, honest truth.
Everybody loves her. Everybody respects her. And she runs a thing called small business, but small business, when you add it all up, is probably bigger than any bank in the world, right? Kelly Loeffler, and you're here with Jeff. Jeff, stand up.
Thank you for those gifts, guys. Keep the gifts coming. If you want to join the memberships, it would be much appreciated. Or if you want to give some memberships to the chat, we got over 580 people watching in here. So if you guys want to drop some super chats to support the channel or some memberships to support the channel, or if you have any questions or comments, we're reading all the super chats out loud, guys.
Thank you. Great job, Cal. Treasurer of the United States, a man who was a senator here, and he was so ahead of everybody. He was so great. I said, "You want to be treasurer?" And he said, "I'd like to be treasurer. That'd be good." He's a great man. He's a person that loves Georgia like a lot. And it was not easy for him to take the other job, but he gets here. I'm sure he gets here plenty, but he loves Georgia. Brandon Beach. Brandon. Cobb County School Superintendent Chris Ragsdale with a beautiful family. With a beautiful family. And we have a man named Ralph Reed. Have you heard of Ralph Reed? Ralph Reed. He is a man that, with his group, a great religious leader, maybe the greatest religious leader, but with his group, is it 10 million doorbells you hit? And this was certified stuff. 10 million.
10 million doorbells? Holy moly.
Doorbells. He pressed 10, not personally, but he pressed a lot of them himself. And they wanted to make sure we had a big victory it's almost a couple of years ago, 18 months. And I just want to thank Ralph Reed. Thank you very much, Ralph. Thank you.
I mean, you might as well go to Morocco if you're visiting Canada or Britain. I mean, it's probably safer. And you're going to get you're going to get similar people.
Great job. Great leader. And one of the best lawyers in the country, a friend of mine. He's really incredible, and he's really based out of Georgia. He spends a lot of his time in Atlanta. David Schoen. Where's David? There's David. Hi, David. He's a great lawyer. You got a problem, go to David. Thank you, David. And Alveda King. So Alveda was with me from day one. Where's Alveda? She was with me. She was with me from day one when it was not at all fashionable. She was taking more grief, Alveda, but she knew what she was doing, and now she's like the queen of the world, right? Look at her. Thank you, darling. We appreciated it. You always like those people when it wasn't fashionable, like Front Row Joe's, it wasn't fashionable, like the ladies from North Carolina, which maybe it wasn't fashionable. Well, they had a good time, at least. But
Powering the American dream. Democrats did cheat us for 4 years.
these are great people. Thank you all. Thank you all. Great group. And you guys get yourselves elected, please. I also want to thank a man who had to stay back in Washington to vote for Making America Great Again. Maybe the most important man in this room right now is not here. His name is Mike Collins, and he's going to beat Pee Wee Herman. And the reason he's not here is me. He wanted to be here. They wanted to change. I said, don't change. Mike's not here, and it is my fault because we have a very big vote coming up on the military, farming, and other important things in a little while. It's going to be a little while. And I got to have Mike in Congress because he's like maybe the most, but certainly.
Let's be honest here. Most Democrats don't even have $100 in their bank account. About 99% of them don't even got $100 in their bank account. And then about 80% of them are between the ages of 18 and 38 years old living at home with mama.
One of the most highly respected.
Not even helping out.
Republican or
Y'all
Democrat
should be ashamed.
in Washington. Mike Collins is an amazingly respected man. He got the look. He's got the whole deal. And I said, Mike, I'm sort of here because of you. I said, Mike, if you're here, I'm going to be extremely upset with you because he has to vote. And, you know, it's razor thin. We lose all the Democrat votes on all these things. Think of it, tax cuts, biggest tax cuts in history they vote against. They vote against everything. Because you know why? They have Trump derangement syndrome, that's why. But I hope you're going to
Trump
vote for Mike
deranged.
and you
Trump derangement syndromes. Trump derangement syndrome. But hey, if you got Trump derangement syndrome and you can have a respectful, factual debate, join the Discord. Let's debate. But be respectful. Be respectful.
You've got to vote for him because he's running against, I call him Pee Wee Herman. He's Pee Wee Herman lookalike. You know, I don't know, people don't know this, but I beat him once before as a congressional candidate. Does anybody know that? He ran for Congress a number of years ago. I got involved in the race at the request of a friend of mine from Georgia.
Actually, that is true. Democrats are 3 times likely to have a college degree, but 67% of Democrats have received one form of welfare or another throughout their life versus 34% of Republicans. So that proves you Democrats are more likely to have college degrees and more likely to be impoverished and need help from the government because they are lazy, incompetent losers. No amount of college education, no amount of degrees will ever solve that issue.
Georgia, because they didn't like him, and he was easily winning. He was winning by 25 points, and there were 5 people in
Liberal arts degrees mean nothing. They mean nothing. They mean about $100,000 in debt.
the race, and he was way up. He was above 50. If you get above 50, you get it. And I backed a person, Karen, you probably remember. Didn't know her at all, but I thought anybody would be better than this guy. And he went from 70 to, believe it or not, 49.9. And that meant he was now in a runoff. So he thought he had it made. And he was in a runoff. And I got involved a little bit. I came here twice. I did a couple of rallies, and she ended up winning the race. He
Even Democrat states have more welfare.
lost. But I have to hand it to him because instead of being a congressman, he later on became a senator. If he was a congressman, he probably would.
Listen, we're getting thousands of comments. If you yappers want to ask me anything, drop a damn super chat, brokies.
To run. Who knows? Got to give him a little credit for that. But he was easy to beat. He wasn't. I can't believe that he's a senator, and he's not respected at all in Washington. You don't even hear his name mentioned. You don't hear his name mentioned. I mean, I hear all the names. I hear all the bad ones and the good ones. I hear them all.
Most people with college degrees usually end up making about $15 an hour once they realize it's fucking useless.
But you don't hear his name mentioned. He's not even a factor. But you have a guy that is the most respected, just about one of the most respected people in Mike Collins, and I hope you're able to go out and really cast your vote for him. He will bring so much. They call it pork. We call it money. But he'll bring a lot of action back to your state. He's a great guy, and he loves your state, and he's worked hard. He's got the whole package. Mike Collins, vote for Mike. And he's hard at work. He's hard at work right now in Washington. And last but not least, we have the CEO of... So I like baseball. I like baseball. But this guy's done such a great job. You know, the Mets have the highest salary in baseball, and they lose all the time. I'm trying to... And I say, maybe we could steal this guy. But the team, the way the Atlanta Braves has been managed for years, right? For years and years. And he's the CEO of the Atlanta Braves, Mike Plant. He's been, you know, you don't realize how good he is, you know? When you have one of these guys, there are teams like that, you know, where they never go down. Then you have other teams, we're rebuilding. They've been rebuilding for years. I don't want to mention.
I still can't figure out why these Democrats are so damn poor and want to blame every single one of their life problems on either Trump or Israel, but refuse to take responsibility for their continuous, effortless lives. Effortless! You Democrats don't even try. You're just okay with failure. It's sad. I've only seen broke people ever blame Israel or ever blame Trump. I've never seen a guy making 6 or 7 figures a year blaming Israel or Trump for the reason he's poor. Just doesn't make any sense. It's only Democrat crybabies, brokies that do this.
Teams because I know all the owners are all friends of mine. I get myself in trouble. But they're always rebuilding. We're rebuilding. This guy never rebuilds. He just stays at the top. He's amazing. And then he loses the best player. He loses a great first baseman. I would say great first baseman. And they keep going along. And
There is nothing wrong with supporting Israel instead of supporting Islam. Muhammad was a PDF file. Muhammad was disgusting. And y'all Democrats worship him. You worship Muhammad and you worship socialism.
they get things for the first baseman. And he was really good. Dodgers got him. But I watched the Braves for years, and they've done such a great job. So along with one of the best managers in baseball, Braves legend Brian Snitker, who was recently
Explain why 43 million Democrats didn't vote in 2024 because they don't want to vote for women and they don't want to vote for a complete fucking fool like Kamala Harris. But I hope she runs again in 2028.
inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Brian, both of you come up. Would you both come up? Come on up here. They deserve a little credit. They deserve credit. I mean, I've suffered. I've suffered with teams for the years I've suffered. Oh, listen. They say you're not allowed to do that. Do it.
Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome to Marietta. And as you can see, Braves country is a real thing. And you got a room full of Braves country right here. Mike and I presented President Trump.
Man, we're almost at 300 likes. Can we get up to 300 likes? And can you guys join the Discord? If any Democrats out there actually have a set of nuts, which I really doubt, you can join the Discord and we can have a good old-fashioned debate, just like our founding fathers would have wanted. Debate.
Up with one of our 4th of July 250th anniversary jerseys that the team wore over that weekend. And I just wanted to tell President Trump that we're going to be back in Washington about a year from now. We're going to give him another world championship jersey. So thank you.
Well said, Snit. Mr. President, I just want to say when you're done throwing four-seam fastballs for the United States of America, come back and do it for the Atlanta Braves. Thank you.
I'm Team Trump. I'm Team America. Nothing less. Get those likes up to 400. Make sure you guys subscribe.
A great team. Those two are a great team. No, it's true. You watch you suffer with these teams for years and years. And these guys, every year, they have a great team. So that's called talent. Some people have it, some people don't. Most people don't. But under the Trump administration, Georgia is prospering again and America is winning again because we finally have a president who puts America first. We put America first.
We do put America first, but I feel bad for Democrats, man. Why are they all so old? They're like in their mid-30s living with mama. I can't figure out why. They've had over 15 years to save money, and they haven't. They're still mooching off everybody else.
And I'm so proud of it, under my most favored nation, if you look at our policy on drugs, we have a most favored nation policy, meaning of all the nations in the world, we have to get the most favored price. And it wasn't easy, and I'm not going to bore you by saying I had to get other nations to approve it. And I did.
Debating Democrats is like debating a wall, but at the same time, we've had a couple Democrats get their minds changed. Only the radical left will vote socialism. Not even the old school Democrats will vote socialism.
I did threaten them with tariffs if they didn't approve it. And I threatened the drug companies. I threatened everybody to get this done. And no other president even tried because they said it was impossible to do. But we're delivering the largest prescription drug price cuts in history by a difference of 400, 500, and 600% reduction.
I'm glad Trump finally took on Iran. It was a long time coming. We should have done this 15 years ago, 20 years ago. George W. Bush should have taken on Iran. But thank God it's finally happening now.
So for decades, Americans paid the highest price for prescription drugs anywhere in the world. We were the highest price anywhere in the world, and now we're paying the lowest price anywhere in the world, and that has a huge impact on your healthcare costs, on really...
What's up, GG? Trump has significantly lowered drug prices.
And everything. I'm very proud of it. Everybody said it couldn't be done. No other president even tried it because you had to get the drug companies, which is tough, but then you had to get the other nations to approve it, which is even tougher. So all you have to do now is go to TrumpRx.gov and you're going to get drugs for prices that you never believed. I mean, prices where they're 80%, 70%, 60%, 90% in one case I saw, lower. So go there and just get your drugs and at a minimum, price them out and go to your store and see if they can match it. But I don't think anybody's going to match them. It's been amazing. Think of it. We went from...
Drug prices are low. Trump caught a lot of lazy crats, food stamps. Man, I was happy to see lots of lazy crats got their food stamps cut. That put a smile on my face. Y'all should go work for your own damn food. You know, food stamps is part of the reason that food prices go up. They're part of the reason why food prices are so expensive in some areas, but they still have gone down a lot, but we still have a lot of bit of work to do. We still have a lot of work to do. But if it wasn't for these lazy-ass Democrats paying for their food with government money, food prices would be a lot cheaper. I mean, that's been over the last 20, 30 years. Ever since about the 1990s, it's been really popular just to get food stamps and live off of them. It's pathetic, Democrats. It's pathetic. Because poor people, if you want to be on food stamps for a couple months, 6 months even, that's fine. But after 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you should go work a real damn job. You're not going to be poor all your life. You should work a middle-class job. Become a truck driver. Go dig ditches. Go work construction. Go do what you got to do. Go work on an oil field. But don't sit here and beg me to pay for your damn food stamps with my taxes. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
From the highest price 1 year ago, the highest price drugs anywhere in the world, like the fat drug, it cost, think of it. Think of it. It cost $1,400 in New York, and in London it was $87. Okay, I told you I have a friend of mine. He's fat as you never saw a guy like this. He's a very smart guy. Scott knows him very well. He's a great business.
You realize 67% of Democrats have taken welfare at one time or another versus 36% of Republicans have taken welfare at one time or another. You realize red states have less welfare than blue states? Blue states have all the best welfare programs. Why do you think that is? Because Democrats love to live off welfare. If Republicans are the ones taking welfare, then why are Democrats the ones begging for more welfare and Republicans are trying to cut it? Explain it. Explain it. Yes, Gigi, I like the emoji too. You can also send the stickers in chat. Here, guys, I'll give you an example of the stickers in chat.
Businessman, but highly neurotic, always eating. Eating, he does two things.
Right,
he eats and he
didn't
makes
work.
deals.
Let's try again.
And the eating he's not good at, other than quantity. But the making deals, he's very good. But he called me up because, I buy this fat drug. And now he calls me Mr. President. He used to call me Donnie. Donnie, I buy this VAT drug, and in New York I pay $1,400. And in London, I just paid $87. They said, "You're so rich, how do you even know?" He said, "I don't know, my people told me that." And so he said, I went out and I had it checked. And it was from the same exact company, the same plant. It was actually made in the United States, the same everything. He said, "What the hell kind of a deal? I'm paying like almost 10 times.
I really don't care if you work at McDonald's, you're cleaning toilets. I could care less what you're doing. You could be washing another man's ass. I don't care. As long as you're working, I got respect for you. It's better than eating off the government."
Times as much. I said, "That's the system." But it really.
The Island Boys are freaking disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Don't get me started on the Island Boys.
Awoke in me, and I said, I got to do something about it, because he's right. A pill that will sell for $10 in London or in Munich, $10, is selling for $100 or $120 for a pill in New York City or in Chicago, Los Angeles, or any other place. And I said, we got to do it. It's unfair. And I called up the drug companies, and they fought me, and then they said, "You're right." You know, they had all sorts of excuses. "Well, we have to do research." I said, "Well, you're doing research for other countries too, right?" So they finally gave in under very, very tough time for them. And then they said, and they gave in because they never thought I'd get the countries to do it. And I called up France. I started with Emmanuel Macron. I said, "Emmanuel, you must raise your drug price."
If you can't live off a McDonald's paycheck, that's not my problem. You figure it out. There's plenty of good paying jobs.
"But Donald, why would I do that?" "Because we're paying too high."
Join the Discord if you guys want to debate. I don't care. McDonald's workers do not deserve $4,000 or $5,000 or $6,000 a month. All they do is flip burgers.
"You're paying too low, and we're going to meet somewhere in the middle." No, Donald, I will not do that." "Yes, you will." "No, I won't, Donald. I will not do that, Donald."
They deserve however much they make. Simple as that.
I said, "Yes, you will." And then finally he said no. I said, "Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a 200% tariff on every bottle of wine and champagne coming out of France." And he said, Scott was there, and he said, Donald, it would be my...
We'll keep tariff in Europe any single time we want. But guys, we're only about 4 likes away. We are only 4 likes away from 300 likes. Get those likes up. Make sure you guys subscribe. Democrats, your party is imploding.
Honor to do that. And we got France, so we got all of them the same way. That's too complicated. But we got it, and now we have favored nations, and we pay the lowest prices anywhere in the world from the highest prices. And that alone should win us the midterms, but it's not going to be that easy with the cheating and everything else that goes on. So make it too big to rig. Remember my statement, too big to rig? Make it too big to rig, and watch those machines. Every day we're liberating our communities from the scourge of migrant crime in nearby Clayton.
Migrant crime is disgusting. Every single illegal alien immigrant crime is a crime that never needed to happen in the first place.
County, Georgia, federal law enforcement recently charged an illegal alien murderer from Mexico who shot a man in the torso and then shot another twice in the heart and the head. In Bullock County, ICE arrested an illegal alien who sexually assaulted an 11-year-old girl and held her 10-year-old sister at knife point for 1 week.
Yeah, that's horrific.
John Ossoff and the...
What is there to disagree on? He's putting his foot on your neck.
Democrat communities, they voted to defund ICE and leave Georgia families at the mercy of the monstrous criminals that we're getting out of here. We're getting them out at record speed. And by the way, we always stand with the heroes, the patriots of ICE and Border Patrol. Always. They take such abuse and they do their job.
Send all those illegal alien immigrants back to the shithole they came from. Every single last one of them.
And our strong borders are really, it's a policy of helping to bring down the cost of living. It really is. It's under Biden, over 60% of the increase in housing rental. The rental cost of
Part of the reason y'all scream and cry that you can't afford a house or an apartment is because of illegal alien immigrants. The same damn thing you claim you love. So how can I feel bad for y'all for staying poor and not being able to move out at the same time you're loving illegal alien immigrants? I can't feel bad for you. You're just stupid. You are just stupid.
man came from the flood of illegal aliens coming into our country. The government would pay thousands of dollars.
20 million illegal alien immigrants in this country is 20 million apartments and houses that otherwise could have gone to American citizens.
A month for apartments for illegal aliens, but for our warriors, for our ex-servicemen, for people that served in our military for 20 years and 25 years, and then they couldn't get into an apartment. They were living in the street. They didn't do anything, but they took care of illegal aliens, paying thousands of dollars a month in some of the most luxurious hotels in the country. It's crazy what they were doing. It's crazy. But thanks to our policies, the cost of rent is now down by more than 10% in a short period. In the Atlanta area,
I mean, housing prices in Florida is down 22% since last year. So I don't know why y'all crying. And every single time anyone's able to afford groceries, gas, or a decent place to live, Democrats will scream at the top of their money, not everyone was born wealthy. I inherited $0 my entire life. Your excuse to be a lazy loser has nothing to do with me.
compared to the peak of the border invasion. The border invasion, I mean, these people were occupying all the apartments that the government was paying, and they were never going to be great. They were never going to be, remember the word I made up, the caravans. They came in thousands and thousands came by caravan, and many murders were in these caravans to stop the massive theft of taxpayer dollars, including by the millions and millions. We have launched the war on fraud, led by Vice President J.D. Vance. He's doing a great job. We ended Medicaid for illegal immigrants, and we redirected $50 billion to make the largest investment in...
Remember when they were saying illegal alien immigrants don't receive any health care? They did receive free health care. I'm pretty sure California didn't get rid of their Medi-Cal program for undocumented illegal alien immigrants. Even though we came out with a federal law, said no more free health insurance for illegal alien criminals.
Rural health in the history of our country. You're getting hospitals built in areas just like this that the Democrats would never do it. Number one, they said that's Trump country. We're not going to do anything. They wouldn't spend because we got tremendous votes. In your whole state, we got tremendous. We won in a landslide. In just 18 months, we've turned this country around like nobody's ever seen before. Think of it. Our border is secure. Jobs are up. Inflation is way down. Factories are opening. Investment is...
Back to the lobby with them, Berniel. Back to the lobby with them. Crying is never going to improve your life experience. It's never going to improve your circumstances. Even if all the lies you were spitting were true, the best thing to do is put your head down and work and shut up.
Pouring into our country. I told you, $19.2 trillion. Our military is more powerful than it has ever been before by far. You see that. Venezuela, Iran. America is back. It's stronger than ever before. And I'm telling you, it's only going one way. It's going up. As long as we keep our current thinking, our current system, it's going up. If you go the other way, nothing ever succeeds. I made the statement once.
We are deporting Democrats out of the chat left and right. Mass deportation in the YouTube chats. Man, I love to see mass deportation in my country and in my YouTube chats. Get rid of these criminals.
With communism, everything turns to shit, okay? It's true. Terrible thing. It's true. My wife hates it when I do that. She said, you were doing so nicely, and then you had to use a foul word. You know, Franklin Graham wrote me a letter. President Trump, I love your speeches. I think they're great. But, sir, if you wouldn't use foul language,
What's up, Ronnie? How you doing, brother?
the speeches would even be better. And I wrote him back. I said, actually, frankly, they wouldn't, you know, because there's like no word that can replace that word with respect to the subject matter that we're talking about, right? But that's all right. But I try hard. I try hard to keep them clean. But it's true. With communism, everything turns. With the help of our Republican majorities in Congress, we will crush violent crime, impose harsh new penalties for dangerous repeat offenders, crack down on Marxist proxy. Oh, these prosecutors are so bad. They're so evil, what they do. And the rogue judges, you don't have a chance in front of these people. If Obama puts in a judge,
We are helping our senior citizens. No tax on Social Security. No tax on Social Security, guys.
judge,
We're
I don't care
helping
how
y'all.
good your case is, you barely have a chance of victory. And nobody suffers it like I do. I get an Obama judge. First thing, who appointed the judge? Barack Hussein Obama. Oh, that's a problem. And we will end no cash bail. The real bad stuff, these guys, they get out, they kill somebody, they're let out, they kill somebody the same afternoon. We'll pass the Great Health Care Plan. It's called our Great Health Care Plan. That's the name of it, to stop all payments to big insurance companies and give the money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care, which will be much better, and you will save a lot of money. Because as you see, Obamacare is a total disaster. It's been a disaster. It's gone up through the roof. It's a total disaster. We want to spend the money. We want to give you the money directly. Buy your own health care. What's happening is these insurance companies take in billions and billions of dollars, and they don't give a damn about you. And you go out and you get crummy health care.
Yeah, no one cares about the health insurance packs. Everyone screams about APAC, but Blue Cross Blue Shield is the second biggest pack in America.
At a price that's unaffordable. So we want to give you the money, and you spend the money, and you go around and negotiate. You're going to have money left over. It's so much better, and you're going to have much better health care. And finally, we have to pass the Save America Act to defend American elections.
How many people in chat think we're going to be able to pass the Save America Act before the midterms? Let me know in the comments section. How many of y'all think we're going to be able to pass that? Let me know. Yes or no? Yes or no? Save America Act before the midterms?
And I have to say, Mike Johnson and Congress have done a great job, but we're having a hard time in the Senate. The Senate, what they're doing is just not right. Congress is going to pass it again. They passed it 3 times. They're going to pass it again. It's like the Senate is a place that you send things when you want them to die. We can't do this, and we're not going to take this any longer.
Where is Dustley? Dustley is
Not gonna take
playing
it. You're not
games, I think. Oops.
To be nice, trying to be really nice. You saw we had a big victory last night in Arizona. I've had victories everywhere, but we're not gonna be able to take it much longer. When they can't get past voter ID, proof of citizenship, no mail-in ballots because they're crooked as hell. So right now, Congress is working to get as much of our plan as possible into the budget bill to identify and really terminate. Look, what they should do? Very simple. A lot of you don't know about filibuster. They should terminate the filibuster and approve everything. Because the Democrats are going to do it. The Democrats are going to terminate the filibuster as soon as they have a chance. And
Maybe. Maybe not. We're going to pull someone in here very soon to debate, guys. Either Dustley or a transgender guest.
then they're going to approve Puerto Rico and D.C. as a state. They got 4 more senators. They're going to end up with 12 more congressmen. They're going to get like 40 electoral votes. If they are allowed to do that, by that time I'll be sitting home. And I'm not a big crier. I don't think you want to see me cry, you know? There are some people, they do very well when they cry. But you don't want to see me cry. But I may be crying when I'll be sitting home and I'll say I told them. They got to really terminate the filibuster, get everything approved right away. Because you're going to have a stoppage. You're going to have a stoppage in September. The Democrats won't approve everything. They become deranged, like deranged Jack Smith. Remember that deranged sick puppy? They're deranged, and they won't approve. You're going to have a shutdown in September. And in 2 years later, you have the debt ceiling bill. They would love it. I call it the 1929. You know what 1929 means? That was not a good year. And there's no reason for it. They should terminate the filibuster. Everybody call John Thune at the Senate. He's the leader of the Republican Party, and tell him to get this stuff approved.
I agree, Steven. I agree with that, man. That is straight up facts. That is straight up facts. Democrats don't even want to debate anymore. We got 450 people in here, and not a single one of y'all got the balls to actually come on the show to debate. And if that is not sad, I don't know what is. This is why your party is failing to the damn socialists.
So we're fighting so that all voters must show voter ID. We're fighting so that all
Voter ID is so damn simple. And when Democrats say black and brown people are too poor to afford it, I think that is some racist shit right there. That is racism. Of course they can afford it. They were given free ID at birth. They were given free ID at birth. Birth
voters must
certificates.
provide proof of citizenship, okay? And also the no mail-in ballots, very important. And we're doing exceptions for illness, disability, military deployment, travel. If you're away and you have problems, we'll be very easy on that. Look, if you're away, if you're in the military, you want to vote, we want you to vote. But we'll also enshrine in permanent law, no men in women's sports, and no transgender surgery for your children.
No transgender surgeries for your children. I like that. Who doesn't like that? Sickos. Sick individuals don't like it. That's who doesn't like it. If the truth be told. Let's see if we can get Discord to pop open here. We're going to get Dustley to come on now, chat. We're going to get Dustley to come on. Can we say W Dustley? Is everyone familiar with Dustley? But guys, get those likes way up there, guys. Get those likes way up there. All right. Gender queer confused liberals. Yeah, I would have to agree with that 100%. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pop open Discord right here. We'll be there momentarily, guys. We'll be there momentarily. Let's call Dustley here. Hey!
What
There
up?
you are, man. There you are. How you doing? We're live on here.
Pretty good. I'm gonna stay with you as long as I can. That heat got to me today.
You're good. Even if you stay for 30 minutes, that's cool. I was gonna have Christina or Mr. Chris come on here, but he got back from Walmart or something, and I told him he should be enjoying his cheap groceries due to Trump. And guess what he said?
They're not cheap. I spent $300 to feed my fat, manly ass.
He spent $100 on 35 items from the grocery store. Tell me that's not cheap.
35. If he got 35 items for $100, he's doing good. I spent $35 on pizza, and I'm not complaining. I got 2 pizzas. I got a medium and a large.
Which kinds of pizzas did you get?
I got a stuffed crust pepperoni and a Hawaiian.
Oh, Democrats, what do you think about Hawaiian? How does everyone feel about Hawaiian pizza? Someone says, who's that asshole with the other red hat? That's Dustley. That's Gandalf. That's racist Gandalf, whatever you want to
You
call
can
him.
tell they've not been around. You can tell they're new to the show.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even know me. It's been 2 seconds. What, wearing a red hat make me an asshole? Listen
I
here.
guess so.
I'm the guy that's going to pull over and give you water when you broke down on the side of the highway.
Yeah, he's a truck driver, so I wouldn't be talking badly about, Dusty like that. They love Hawaiian pizza, apparently, in chat. Hawaiian pizza, drop W's for Hawaiian pizza. Drop W's.
Well, for people that like Hawaiian pizza, I'm going to give you a tip to make it even better. I did it this time. Actually, Papa John's Hawaiian has Canadian bacon and crispy breakfast bacon. It's better if you use just crispy breakfast bacon and add feta cheese. Put some feta cheese on it. You won't regret it.
Feta cheese.
Feta cheese. Mm-hmm.
Ebola outbreak in the Congo. 1 death every 30 minutes. What do you think about that?
Are they wanting us to go save them?
Yeah.
I'd be more worried about that outbreak coming to here. I mean,
Well, I heard Dean Withers crying his eyes out saying, oh, there's going to be 12 million dead people, according to this article, all because Trump wants to cut off U.S. aid, USAID, because we won't pay to clean up their disease and their mess.
let Europe do it.
Yeah, let Europe do it. Why should we pay for it? That has nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us.
You know what? Nobody's stopping them. See, this is the problem. If they feel so strong about this, they send their money. They're big boys and girls. They can pull up their big boy girl in pants and they can form a foundation, and nobody's going to stop them from sending them their money to the Congo to fix this. Problem is they want to get into my wallet and your wallet to fix this problem. That's the problem. Don't get in my wallet, people. Stay out of my wallet.
It's Dustley, the Democrats' nightmare. That's what Ron Geller from Israel said.
Thank you, sir.
Also, what's up, Dark Hunter? How you doing, brother? And if you guys haven't noticed, if you're a member, your membership is now going to include the emoji is going to be Trump. We changed the membership icon, so all the icons are now Trump with a Trump 2028 hat on.
Oh my gosh. That is going to trigger the liberals that get free memberships.
And we lowered it to $4.99. That way we could give more liberals more memberships. So if anyone really wants to piss off a liberal and you're going to basically be forcing them to wear a Trump 2028 hat, you can drop some memberships down below. They're only $4.99 a pop.
Euro and Travel, home of the free Trump 2028 hat.
And also, if you join the membership, you also get free emojis. You can even put emojis like this with the Trump 2028 hat in chat. Y'all are seeing it right about now. But also, the Colombian president is asking Trump to suspend the tariffs after they had a devastating earthquake where 110 people died. What do you think about that? Should we give them mercy?
Which country again?
Colombia.
$110 deaths.
Yeah.
We get that in a hurricane. We get that in a hurricane.
Yeah, we do get that in a hurricane. I
I
think they're
mean,
just trying to, I
they're
feel
just trying,
bad,
yeah,
but I feel like they're trying to do us over.
trying to take advantage of people's death. Yeah.
Graham, you need a Section 8 membership. $4.99 is still expensive for them. Hey, Dark Hunter, I see you with those emojis. I see you with those Trump emojis in chat. Yeah, I added all those Trump emojis. $4.99 is what every other membership on YouTube is for the most part. So that tariff stuff, I'm not going with that tariff, taking those tariffs off. I would agree with you. I do feel bad for the Colombians, but at the end of the day, they're just trying to get one over on us.
Yeah.
Oh, here we
I
go.
mean,
Hakeem Jeffries says, I don't support the DSA agenda. Hakeem
what?
Wheat Jeffries says he doesn't support the Democrat Socialists.
And there you have it. You got your Democrat civil war going on right now. That's why there will not be a blue wave.
Oh, Ron Jeller says, I hope you don't have any bananas on that pizza. Now, bananas on pizza would be good. You're
I've
giving
never
me
heard of
ideas
bananas on
now.
pizza.
What do you got, Dark? What do you got?
I believe you can get a discount on plantains up in New York in one of Mondami's grocery stores.
Oh, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it.
That still blows my mind. That still blows my mind. You know, he's really overcomplicated it. He's a dumbass. I mean, anybody that thinks they're going to, in government, going to come in and run an entire grocery store, only have 5 items that's 30% below regular market value. 5 items. So you're going to run an entire grocery store over 5 items. And they change every month. But 5 items.
Just give coupons at that point.
Coupons.
Just give coupons. Instead of making a whole city ran grocery store, just give city coupons.
Coupons.
Just give
What's the
coupons
difference?
with 30-40% off. Well, what I can say is I did hear some news about Iran today, and it was very disgusting and very disturbing. You ready to hear this?
What?
Iran is offering $30,000 bounties for unaliving or capturing U.S. soldiers. $30,000 per head.
That is pretty disgusting. I wish I knew where to go and they changed it to civilians because they don't want this one.
Hamas expects to meet with Kushner, Trump's son-in-law. Hamas is going to meet with Kushner. Is this real? Jared Kushner, Trump's son? And they're going to discuss U.S.'s push for Gaza plan? Oh, man, I pray for him. Hopefully they don't try to take him out. Thank you, Sonder, for those gifts. I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions or comments, drop some super chats. We're all here for it. Or any questions or comments you got about anything going on, we're here for it. But get those likes up. We got 417 people watching, y'all. This crossed every line. You think that crossed every line?
What crossed every line?
I don't know. I think that the
a bounty
30,000
for soldiers?
I guess, yeah.
Really? Is everybody going to be naive out there that they already wasn't doing nasty shit like that? I mean, these are the people that behead people on TV.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Exactly. Why should anybody be surprised?
They said that they're not going to even pay them that. They're just going to scam them.
They'll be lucky. People at tournament will be lucky if they leave with their head.
Let's see. But
Want you to know?
huh?
30 grand is not enough for me to turn you in. Now, 31 grand. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm just messing with you.
Democrats are pro taxation. That's enough to be thrown in the loony bin by itself. Man, this Iran war needed to happen. We already been over this 100 times. This is a very popular war. Do you know we got military recruitment above 110% right now? That means a lot of people are joining. A lot of people are joining. This many
If they'd
people
take,
haven't joined the military since 9/11.
if they'd take me, I'd go.
I don't even know what this guy is saying. I got triggered when he called me. You can join the Discord if you want to debate. Oh, we got a bunch of crybaby liberals in chats.
What are they crying about?
They're saying no war, no war. Well, what are y'all gonna do about it? Nothing you
Oh
really
my God.
can do about it. You can respectfully disagree with it.
Hey, if you don't like it, get out there on the streets once every couple of months and stand with them weirdo yahoos, the No Kings.
Oh, come on. We love the No Kings. Didn't you love the one guy at the No Kings protest that said free
They give me
transgender
something to do.
surgeries for minors?
They do give me something to do. I'll say that. I love to go out there and give them hell. They do not have a peaceful day when I'm out there. Just me, you admit it. Just me walking out there amongst them rattles most of their cages.
I wonder if any of them stay home because they're scared of you coming.
No, but I promise you, I'm talked about.
I mean, I still think it's funny. The No Kings protesters did not believe me when I said that I was a liberal just like them.
You didn't smell like one of them. That's the problem.
They could smell it on me. They could smell it on me.
Yeah. Well, they couldn't smell it on you. That's the problem. I don't think they use toilet paper.
Oh, well, you know, some Muslims don't use toilet paper. Really religious Muslims, it's against the religion.
Exactly. They're assimilating their ways.
We got Dark Hunter talking about Nord Stream. When you two were talking about Nord Stream pipeline, it was only about the depth of 80 meters or 260 feet, so divers could have done it. What do you think about Nord Stream 2? It was connecting
I
Russia
think divers
to
did it.
Europe.
I think a ship did it. I think they dropped anchor.
You think Ukraine did it?
No, I think we did it. I think Biden had us do it. I think that was Biden's doing. And I don't think divers did it. I think they dropped anchor.
What do you mean dropped anchor? They just dropped the giant anchor and it did it?
Just drop anchor and drag the anchor across the bottom of the seafloor.
That's it? I mean,
Yep,
do they have an
think
anchor
about
that
it.
can go 200 feet down, 250 feet down?
I'm sure.
I
Google
guess
it.
they just need,
Google
I
it.
guess all they really need is a really, really long string, so I guess it's possible. Really, really
Yeah, I
long
mean,
rope.
Google it. I bet you anchor go 200 feet.
Oh, I think so. I think so for sure. Man, I
I
read
mean,
up
I've
on
only,
those electric gloves though. Go ahead, go ahead. Let's talk about Nord Stream. What were you gonna say?
that I've been on only one cruise, but I mean, it seemed like they had plenty of chain for that anchor.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, only one cruise. Now, it might have not known what I was looking at. It might not have been 200 foot worth. Only been 40 foot worth, but I imagine it's 200. You got to figure that ship probably. I'd say the ship's hull is more than 40 feet below the surface of the water.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how deep below the surface of the water it goes, but I'd say about 40 foot at least. for a big ship like that, maybe more.
Burnell is saluting you.
Thank you, sir.
But what I can say is ICE got those, or getting those new electric gloves. It's supposedly supposed to cost about $20 million. But I saw some examples of them being used on people and testing, and man, they are strong. They look about as strong as a taser gun.
I'm telling you, I want me one that's diamond studded, just one that looks like Michael Jackson, so that I can pimp slap the Democrat bitches. Go.
Oh my god!
You gotta do the sound with it.
Of course, in GTA 5, he's talking about in video games, obviously.
Yes, Michael Jackson. I was told is in GTA 5.
Drop some yeah, I'm with you all the way. Drop some super chat support if you guys got any questions or comments. Like, subscribe. We got about 400 people in here. Yeah, but those electric gloves, I think those will be extremely effective. Extremely, extremely effective. So I'm happy about that. But as far as Jared Kushner meeting with the Hamas leaders in Egypt, I mean, how the hell is Hamas even getting to Egypt? I thought they were saying that they can't escape. So only the leaders of Palestine can escape and all the civilians are stuck there? I mean, that's kind of funny how that works. The Palestinians can't escape into Egypt, but the Hamas leaders are welcomed into Egypt to meet with Jared Kushner. Kind of funny how that works.
Is this legit, or are you going off what somebody said? I just have a hard time believing he's going to go meet with.
This is legit. There's multiple articles about it.
I wonder if Jared Kushner pissed Trump off.
Huh?
I wonder if Kushner pissed Trump off. He's like, okay, you gonna piss me off? I'm gonna send you to meet with the Hamas.
I mean that kind. Jared Kushner is big in the real estate. This kind of honestly makes me believe that Gaza Largo is gonna happen. I mean,
guns down. Let's stop blowing each other up. Let's turn it into a tourist town. Let's all make money. No, Muslims ain't gonna go for that.
Hey, we got Charles Van Morgan in the house. What's up, man?
What's up? Charles?
Trump will win in 2028. If he runs in 2028, I think he could win. For sure, for sure. Let's see what other news. Yeah, apparently he's going to Egypt to meet him over there. What's this one? What's this one? I just seen something pop up. Trump orders Pentagon to scale back joint exercises with South Korea. I mean, why does South Korea need so much of our military? I guess it is important to protect them from North Korea, but North Korea really doesn't have a strong army at all. I don't think there's much to worry about, even to the slightest over there. Oh, we got a bunch of more liberal crybabies. I'll trust Trump and his family any day over any Democrats. Yeah, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you on that one. Even if Trump doesn't run in 2028, he will still be president in 2028 and in 2029.
Oh, gosh. You going to piss him off now?
The left are a bunch of crybabies. No, I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys 100%. What are they saying in chat?
I don't know. I ain't got my cat at them.
Gas prices ain't bad at all. They will never accept a two-state solution, not even if Israel give them $30 billion. Even with $30 billion, they will never accept a two-state solution. And we shouldn't give them a two-state solution in the first place. They've already tried that. They tried that back in 2005 when the Israeli military left Gaza. I mean, if that ain't enough evidence right there for you, I don't know what is. I mean, what else should we do, y'all? But I seen another clip today of that James Keefe media. I watched
Yeah,
it again today for the 5th time. Man, that was funny as hell.
you talking about where he went in dressed as a Muslim and they said that he could be the ID for 8 other people.
Yep.
Yeah, how can Democrats be so naive to say that we have safe and secure elections when an individual is permitted to be someone else's ID? I mean, don't call me trusty Rusty.
I saw a part of it where he lied and said his name was someone else's name, and they didn't even ask for address. All he did was say another person's name that was his buddy, and they were about to let him vote under his buddy's name.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now
that
watch
should be
Democrats arrest
big
him
as
over that.
anything Nick Shirley's done. And why it's not, I don't know.
Now watch Democrats arrest James O'Keefe over that, and say that
Say
he's
what?
the one. Watch them try to arrest him over that and say he's the one committing the voter fraud.
No, he exposed them. But it won't stop him from trying to arrest him, will it?
Nope. They'll probably say he did voter fraud. That's why he censored the guy's name. He didn't show you whose name he gave him. Hey, I
Should have.
appreciate that,
Shouldn't have.
Green. I appreciate that. I thought the Democrats were dumb, so how did they win in 2020? By cheating. By cheating, that's how they won. Any dumbass can cheat and win. It doesn't take a whole lot. It does not take a whole lot at all.
So, do you think people's going to be pouring out of Sturgis to go to Dearborn?
I saw the Dearborn situation is actually trending on Twitter. 180,000 people have been tweeting about it.
Has anybody showed up yet? Because usually with bikers, you get people that show up early.
I can take a look on Twitter. I mean, their biker rally did end today. It did end today, so I can take a look and see if there's anyone over
I'm
there.
going to
in
be
Dearborn,
shocked
Michigan.
if they actually show up.
A new pedo got arrested though in Dearborn today. A Muslim man, 50 years old,
Yeah.
got caught sleeping with several children.
Thank you, Dark Hunter. Gift
What did he say?
membership.
Oh, he gifted memberships. Hey, 5 memberships. Much appreciated. We got Sonder. Sonder is a great Republican. Sonder, you got a membership. Sonder, you got it.
See the
Huh?
red hat? It's awesome. Oh my gosh.
You're looking at it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. They're gonna have a fit.
Sonder, the Jessica, Jack, Adam. Sonder, when someone gives you something, you gotta return the favor to the rest of the world. That's all I'm gonna say. You gotta return to the favor whenever you can to the rest of the world. Hey, what's up, Tom? Hey, Side sister is a professor in Chicago and was arrested for her anti-cop stuff. He is the same bite against Saeed. Saeed has a lot. You know, Saeed supports this one imam. You know what an imam is? An imam is basically like a pastor for Islam. Instead of saying pastor, they call them imams. This imam was basically saying to unalive Americans and all this other stuff. And
Sounds
to
like the name
unalive.
of a Pokemon.
Yeah, Iman, he was saying to unalive all these Americans and do all this harm and whatnot, and he supports Al-Said. So you got Muslim religious leaders supporting.
I'm not worried about somebody with a Muslim sounding name thinking that Trump 2028 is BS. gonna say,
Oh,
just
let me
saying.
guess. Was it a Muhammad?
Hamdullah.
Hey, Colorado Ped Patrol. He said two of the realest men right effing here. What's up,
Man,
fellas?
Colorado Pet Patrol, I want to hook up with you all in Tennessee, man. East Tennessee is my hometown. You all need biker backup in East Tennessee, brother.
Honestly,
I'm
you
telling
you
you.
you should honestly do an episode. You should do a live stream. Listen, I mean, this might be wrong. You can't control what the bikers do. All I have is this idea. It would be a really funny idea. You do a sting operation. You get Dustley, and he's gonna contact all the local biker clubs. We can have about 20 to 60 bikers show up, and they'll just be there waiting. Whatever happens, happens. But they won't pop out on them or say nothing to them
Good.
until you give us the time.
I think I could get a chapter, maybe 2, to show up for sure. I believe I could.
I'm not trying to cause issues, but
Now the ones
you
you
know,
want are the ones you really want are the ones you don't really want. Now, granted, there was some shenanigans that happened with BACA, Bikers Against Child Abuse, the guy who actually originated that and started that. If I'm not mistaken, he got caught up in some pet activities. So, but there are a lot of people in that organization that are good. And let me tell you what, you want to talk about bikers taking care of business. You can say what you want about 1%, or you can say what you want about Hell's Angels or pagans. But let me tell you what, when it comes to children and that organization, yeah, they're brutal. They're brutal.
Sonder, I'm not
They'll give
talking
free
shit,
tattoo
man. I love
removal.
you, huh? I got a lot of
They'll
love
give
for
free.
you, Sonder. I'm not talking shit at all, man. You got it twisted. You got it twisted. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. He said there are. I went to the election commission and asked for the voter files. They gave. This is Charles Van Morgan. He says I went to the election commission. Damn it, I can't even see because y'all are flooding the chats. Charles Van Morgan says I went to the election commission and I asked for voter files and they gave me files and I looked and I told them no. The list of the dead people and illegal alien immigrants. They decide the elections. Damn, Charles Van Morgan, that's some savage stuff right there. That
That's
is
what I
some
love about
savage
that man.
stuff.
He ain't got no brakes. He has no brakes. His mouth has no brakes, and I completely respect that.
Yeah, that is savage, man. That is savage. I got my TikTok set up. I'm gonna go do my first live on TikTok today. I'm gonna dual stream and I'm gonna stream on YouTube at the same time. But I'm getting my TikTok rolling. I'll probably post that
TikTok.
up in the Discord, huh?
How strict are they on
They're pretty
terms
strict on TikTok. They're way stricter than YouTube.
So do you expect to actually keep the TikTok?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm gonna try to go as long as I can. I think I can manage it. The only thing that they're strict about is really the one thing they really don't like you talking about right now is election fraud. If you point out, if you say there's election fraud, there's a chance they might do something to you.
That's so much bullshit. I care less about TikTok.
I'm just gonna give it
That's
a try
about where
and
I'm
see.
at with YouTube. But unfortunately, everybody supports YouTube when we should all, in my opinion, be going to Rumble.
Colorado Ped Patrol, he says my bet is less than 2 videos. Yeah, I've been
Exactly.
I posted a
honestly,
bunch of videos on there, but they got restricted.
yeah. See, I don't know. I could be wrong about Rumble, but it seems like everybody that's got stuff to talk about, they go to Rumble. The only problem is people that are on YouTube generally don't follow over from YouTube to Rumble.
Time says vote for Dustley as #1 on Only Beards. He says Kick is taken off. Free speech is real there. I might try to start streaming the Kick too. I know Kick is real big, man. I mean, if we could do some streams, if we could get following on Kick, we have some real crazy stuff that we could say on there that we can't say on here. Kick is the best right now. Yeah, I've been hearing stuff about Kick. Tom says no more men in women's spaces and leave the kids alone, perverts. Yeah. I mean, if you want to see more perverts getting caught, you got to watch Colorado Ped Patrol, because when that man goes live, he's getting 2,000, about 2,000 people watching him catch peds. It's pretty good. It's pretty hilarious. I ain't gonna
Thank you,
lie.
Jason.
That's facts. What did Jason say?
Commented on my beard.
Hopefully I didn't piss off Sonder. He's a really good guy. I don't think I said nothing too extreme. Let's see, what are they talking about? I do Prism, so when it's live, it's the YouTube, Kick, and Facebook. You're pulling in like 2,000 views on YouTube. How many views are you pulling in on Kick on the live stream? I'm really curious about that. Have you got your views up there? Are you at least at a couple hundred views on Kick? And Facebook, can they even donate on Facebook if you go live on there? I don't even know. Real men are conservatives. Ask your liberal women. Hey, much love, man. Much love. Don't forget, you're a member now, guys. You can spam those new emojis in chat. Oh, crap, it ain't working. Give me a second. I'll try to get it to work. Man, sometimes I got to refresh it on my end. All right, it still ain't working. Oh, he's in Colorado too. If you're in Colorado, check out Colorado Ped Patrol.
Yeah, when he can, I hope somehow I really want to hook up with them, man. I mean, I can be quiet, I can stay in the background, I can control myself. Honest engine.
Saunders for Vice King of America. Hey, we got a bunch of people. Spam those new emojis in chat. Damn it, it ain't even working for me. I'm going to try to reopen the app. I'm on my mobile trying to spam them. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to drive these liberals crazy with these new memberships. We're going to drive them crazy. Yeah, spam those emojis. I'm with you guys now. I am coming to Tennessee. We're making it happen. I give you my word. Oh, Dustley.
I'm there. Anywhere in East Tennessee, I can get there. It's no problem. And I mean, I can bring a group.
Whatever you want, man. Whatever you want.
You know,
up to Colorado.
There's a guy. There's a guy that I bought a picture for Graham Ped Patrol. I bought Graham a picture of a fella. But he used to be the boss for the entire East Coast of the Aryan Brotherhood. And
I do not support the Aryan Brotherhood, just to clarify it.
Yeah, let me finish. You gotta let me finish. And he's had a long violent history, and the man has changed. He's grown as a human being. He has made the transition from a big time gang boss to a preacher, and now his goal in life is to discourage young men from getting into the gang life. And I wish him the best on that. You know, yeah, he's a preacher now. And
says, looks like I need to make a trip to Bojangles. Do they got Bojangles out there in California?
You'll actually get a biscuit, Tom. I'll actually get you a biscuit and biscuit and gravy. These other people just gonna want a bear hug.
Oh no. Go ahead with your story. I didn't mean to interrupt you with the Bojangles.
Well, that was it. I was just saying, you know, I mean, that would be somebody interesting for Colorado Ped Patrol to meet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because he would totally be down for that. But he's not in the best of health either. His heart's failing him. He won't be around much longer. This guy's like 7'2", 7'3", and in his heyday, he was almost 500 pounds. I mean, this guy could have been a professional wrestler. This guy's he's a mountain of a guy. But these days, he's a gentleman. Yeah, he's having some heart issues. He's fixing to have heart surgery.
Is he gonna be all right?
I hope so, man. I mean, eventually we all have to go, but he's only like 62, and he looks like he's 75 right now. He's pretty frail. And bigger people, they age different too. I've noticed, like the really tall, the really big people, they end up aging different. It's like moving that big body takes more.
Me and you are cooked then. Me and you are cooked.
We're still within reason. I'm talking, you get into that 7 foot range and it just all changes.
Time says there are no women more beautiful than conservative women. Come on, Dusty. Didn't you see some nice looking Democrat women today at the bar? Or wherever you went out? No? Never? Never ever?
No, I mean, I find it funny that they'll try and warn you, but they don't need to warn you. Usually the blue hair dye or the pink hair dye is enough to warn you.
It's like those bugs that are naturally red. It's like a don't eat me because it's poison. But instead of that, they do the pink hair dye. Don't date me, it's poison.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about spot on.
Tiny was a leader of the Proud Boys. He's a Samoan. They're not a white supremacist group. They're a nationalist group. Big difference. I didn't know the leader of the Proud Boys was a Samoan guy. That's crazy.
You know what? It seems like I did know that, but
Hey, 5 more
they're not.
memberships.
They're not. It's not like you have to be a certain race to be in the Proud Boys. I don't even think the Proud Boys ain't even the monsters that liberals make them out to be. I
Antifa
don't
is
even believe.
definitely way worse.
Oh hell yeah! With no accountability. I think no accountability is way more dangerous than guns.
We achieved the super chat goal and we got 5 more memberships from Tom. We got Colorado Pet Patrol as a member. We got Baby Bigfoot Gaming. We got Bullet 2096. We got Cash Taylor. We got Doug. We got all the boys. Let's see. He went to jail during all those riots for fighting Antifa. Never heard about him again. That's crazy, man. Man went to jail for fighting against Antifa.
Thank
You
you,
guys are
Tracy.
awesome. Thank you.
I'm actually
Much
surprised
love.
I didn't get in trouble. I didn't per se get into a fist fight, but it wasn't far from it. Probably about 5 years ago with Antifa at Market
Really?
Square when they was having a anti-Israel protest.
Really? You
It
went in
was
there
it
and
was
fought
sick.
against them?
Yeah, me and one other guy.
Was he Jewish?
We booed, said all. Let me tell you what, Knoxville City Police asked us to leave. So much for First Amendment in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Was it a Palestine protest or was it just an anti-Israel protest?
It was a Palestinian anti-Israel protest.
Wow, that's wild. That is freaking crazy.
Yeah, one of the Antifa guys was actually Antifa.
Did they get in your face about it, or were they trying to put hands on you, or what happened?
They tried interrupting my camera. They didn't like the fact I was there filming it. They didn't like that I was filming it, and they didn't like what me and Bucket had to say.
What were you saying?
You want me to tell you on here? Because let me tell you what, I had no filter then. I wasn't putting it on YouTube. I will tell you.
Can you put some filter behind it and tell us? Censor some words, change some
Right. Let's
words.
see. One of the things I said is something to the effect of how nice. You're going to take you love our benefits, but you hate our country. That would be one thing I said. Let's see here. course, I said we don't have a Jew problem; we have a Muslim problem. There was someone there that had Queer for Palestine, and I was constantly telling that person, "Well, go to Palestine and be queer."
Free flying lessons. Free flying lessons.
Yeah,
Uh,
and it was sick. They compared America and Israel to cancer, but yet they're taking our benefits.
Dark says next time I take my time off in Knoxville, I'm gonna try and bring a couple of my firearms with them. You guys gotta meet up, man. Y'all are both a Second Amendment loving rednecks. Y'all gotta go out there and shoot together. You bring them to that same place that you brought me, that gun store you
Place.
brought me, huh?
I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take him to a better. Well, it's not better as far as what they're selling, but it's a better range. Instead of 25 yards, it's 50 yards, and it's indoor.
Nice, nice, nice. I'm personally an outdoor range kind of guy, but whatever you
If I
got is
had a
what you
good one
got.
around here, you'd think that we would have a good one, but the problem is you have to sign up for a year membership to go to these outdoor ranges, the good ones, and I'm not doing that. And another one, you have to buy a hunting fishing license to go to, and I'm not doing that either.
That's wild.
So maybe I'll eventually break down and do it.
Ron Geller in Israel says, "Good luck for that guy to find Palestine at all."
Telling you, hey, I'm offering a reward. Show me on a map where Palestine is, and I got $100 bill for you.
Or a free trip over there.
You know what? That's better. We're gonna up it. You'll split it with me, won't you? You'll help me send them
Yeah,
over there,
I'll split it with you.
okay? For somebody that can point out Palestine on a map, we'll send you to Palestine as a reward.
Strait of Hormuz needs to be renamed to Strait of Fuck Around and Find Out. FAFO.
Don't be silly. The Strait of Hormuz needs to be a U.S. territory. That's ours. That shit's ours. It ain't theirs no more. It's ours. Just
We'll
like
name it the Gulf
Greenland.
the Gulf of Hormuz.
Like Greenland's gonna be. Greenland's gonna be ours. Be ours. Greenland's already ours. Just get ready.
Oh, here we go. Someone's calling timeout. They said, "Oh, that's not even how you spell straight." Be quiet, Democrat. Be quiet.
He did a better job of spelling straight than that person is of being straight.
Biden's
Right.
mentor was the head of the
He wasn't the
KKK.
head of the KKK, but he sort of was. Okay, you ain't entirely wrong. Okay, because the Grand Dragon, the Grand Poobah, the Red Dragon, or whatever, is the head of the KKK. He was a Cyclops. The Cyclops is, I guess, a local president. That's still a pretty big deal. So, and he was one for a very, very long time. You just don't walk away from that shit. I mean, people do change. My buddy Big Jim is a testimony to that, but I do not believe that James, it was his name, James Byrd, Robert Byrd. I do not believe for 1 second Robert Byrd changed.
You think he was a racist till he died?
I mean, he was outspoken about it, but sure, I believe he was. Did he go kiss the George Floyd statue? Well, that was probably after him.
No, he didn't. Everyone has to go down to Minnesota and kiss the George Floyd statue to prove you're not racist. If you do not go down there and kiss that statue, you are still racist.
The lips.
Kiss
it on the lips.
Yeah, you have to kiss it on the lips, and you have to put tongue in it and everything.
Nasty.
Yeah, I agree with you, the Paul boy. Why come hate? You're in the wrong chat.
Listen to this. These doofus still believe they ain't all in together against the people to divide the people. Let me tell you what about the people. Okay, you are retarded, sir, because you've got people that's over on the left wing that's aborting children up to the point of birth. And you want to say that the government's dividing us? That right there alone's enough to divide us, let alone giving children bottom surgeries, supporting our open borders. And you're going to say government is separating us? No. Half the country's turned into fucking Fruit Loops.
They don't give a damn about those abortions. They don't care about aborting babies at 8 or 9 months. That's legal in 10 states.
But we can't get along because of the government. You are so retarded.
And y'all
sir.
want
I
to
don't even
see,
remember
y'all
your
want to
name.
say free those Palestinian children or the poor women and children in Iran. What about the poor children y'all keep aborting? Y'all only care about human lives when it's convenient to you.
Yeah, you can take. Let me tell you what. If you took government out of the mix, you would have a civil war literally on your hands right now because there would be nothing between us and them, and they don't want that.
Yeah, and not to mention, I seen recently when Trump did an interview, he was saying that Kamala Harris should run in 2028. Now, why do you think Trump wants Kamala Harris to
No,
run again
now
in 2028?
Ferguson, I got to call you out on this. That is not cool. Ferguson says I am okay with liberals aborting their kids. I am not. You know what? You can have the most liberal person in the world. It doesn't necessarily mean that child's going to grow up liberal for one, and they have the right to life. That's that. No, I don't agree with that, Ferguson.
Oh, Rodney. Did your mama name you after Rodney King? Did your mama name you after Rodney King? Did those George Floyd comments upset you? All we told you was to go find your George Floyd statues and praise them like you liberals love to do.
You ever fool around with a Ouija board?
Hell no. That stuff is
Man, I
demonic.
did the other night. I did the other
Don't
night.
do it. Don't do it.
No, I did. I did it the other night. I think I was actually talking to George Floyd because the little ticker went around all the letters and it spelled out, I can't breathe.
Oh my God. That must have been George. Must have been George. Oh, he says he's older than Rodney King. Kamala and Newsom? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that you know what? I hope they run. That'd just be an easy win. We could run whoever we wanted to at that point. Hell, we could run Matt Gaetz and Ted Cruz and win.
Oh, Harry.
That Islamic radicals want Americans to abort their babies. I don't doubt that one bit.
Of
There
course
is
they do.
there is nothing. They have nothing good in our interests.
Oh my God. 40,000. This was actually last year. Last year on this day, 40,000 Muslims filled the street of Dearborn, Michigan, waving Islamic flags. That is disgusting.
That's why they're trying to go out there this week.
Oh
That's why
my God. I see
I'm telling
hundreds
you,
of motorcycles. I see hundreds of motorcycle people storming the
hey,
roads
this
on
right,
their way to
there
Dearborn.
is safety. There is safety in numbers. Okay, if there is actually enough to show up, there's not enough jail cells to contain them.
I
And
don't
I've
know if
seen,
this
I've
is
seen
real or if this is AI or what this is, but it does look pretty real. I mean, this shit does look pretty real to me.
what is it?
It's just hundreds of motorcycle people, hundreds of bikers heading to Dearborn.
Headed to Dearborn or are there now?
The post says they're on their way. The
That
post says they're on their
I
way,
would be
so
skeptical about because that could just be somebody just posting something for views. I won't believe it until they actually show up.
yeah, I'm with you on that. Oh, here we
See, it's
go
just like
again.
you remember when those it was one of those Mexican drug gangs took over an apartment complex in Colorado, and evidently they flexed on a member of the Hells Angels, and at one point all the Hells Angels was headed up to Colorado to take care of that business. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. I called it before it even happened. I said they're not going to show up there. That ain't going to happen. And I knew it wouldn't happen. Now, granted, if it's individual bikers, it might happen. But if it's like motorcycle clubs and one percenters, it won't happen. And I'll tell you why. It ain't necessary. You know, it could happen being that it's Muslims. But the fact that it was Mexican drug gangs, I knew it wouldn't happen. And the reason being, on the streets, Hell's Angels is way tougher than any drug gang. But when you get inside the prison behind bars, they run things big time. The power shifts completely opposite, and it's the politics involved because then it's like, hey, you might get us outside the bars, but we're going to tear your boys up on the inside of the bars. And they have to
Oh
come to some
God.
kind of an agreement, or that's what happens. You end up having war on both sides of bars, and the guys on the inside of bars gets caught up in that, and they'll lose every time.
This
And
guy
it's
says
making it
Hell's
simple.
Angels are mainly Mexican now. Is that true?
I don't know about that. I
I have a
mean,
hard time believing that.
they're not racist. Again, the only thing that they used to, and I've heard that it's changing, especially with like outlaws. But the only thing they were ever racist against was blacks and probably Jews.
August 18th, something is
No,
going down in
Tomcat.
Dearborn.
The Mongols is probably the weakest of the five, to be honest with you, because they do not have the numbers. Most of every one of them in Tennessee got arrested a few years ago on meth charges, and they're still in prison. That's
That's
their problem. They're
wild.
probably, don't get me wrong, Mongols are probably more violent, but they don't have the numbers. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure Mongol can't become an actual Mongol from the probate stage until they someone. And so their probating ain't over until they go into prison and come out, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, are they tough? Yeah, they don't have the numbers.
Tater, are you an outlaw? Tater keeps spamming the comment section. He keeps saying we're an outlaw in this house. I think he's BSing.
We're, no, someone said the Outlaws in Ocala are awesome. You know what? There's good and bad everywhere. I will say that I got along with Florida Outlaws, and I got along with Chicago Outlaws better than I did my own Tennessee Outlaws. I can tell you that right now. But let's get back to politics. It's just, we went from Dearborn. I'm just explaining why I don't believe bikers will show up to Dearborn. I mean, if they do, it's not going to be 1% bikers. And let me tell you something, 1% ain't a flex, okay? 1% is just a set of priorities. That's all that is. When somebody's a 1%er, they put that patch, they put that club first, okay? They would literally pimp their mamas out to get that vest. I can't do. I won't do that. I should have never even been in and around that because that's not me. That is not something I would have done. But at the end of the day, a real one, they'll do that. Now, the difference being, God-fearing man's going to put God and his family first. And you threaten his family, the wrath coming from that family man's going to be way worse than a 1%er.
Hassan
I'll bet.
Piker praises Candace Owens' claims on Charlie Kirk's assassination. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Truly despicable, truly disgusting.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
definitely not a Candace Owens fan.
I don't know why so many people are mocking freaking Andrew Wilson and siding with Candace
Oh my
Owens.
gosh. Okay, I have to touch. The patch is a flex, shows true loyalty to the cause. Yeah. You know what? I don't trust anybody that's going to daggone pimp their mama out. I
Loyalty
have
to
more
what
respect
cause?
for.
What's y'all's end goal? What's y'all's
What's
end
that?
goal? I said loyalty to what cause? What's the end goal? Prison or jail or dead on the street?
Yeah.
Is that y'all goal? Hiker is a problem, I agree. No one's a member of what? Man, I can't believe they were trying to lie on Charlie Kirk's wife today and say she supported pornography. That
Yeah,
was
they
disgusting.
actually had me fooled on that one because I've been racking my brains over it trying to figure that one out, and I'm glad you set me straight on that because I just couldn't believe that. There are similarities. I thought maybe because I thought maybe it was an older picture that it was her
I
because there were
mean, no.
similarities, but it wasn't like if you put it next to her right now, they do not look the same, but they do favor one another.
If you go to the
Yeah,
comment
JD
section, it'll
Delay,
tell you what corn
JD
star
Delay.
they
I want
are.
to say something, okay? I know he probably ain't going to hear this, ain't going to hear this channel, but I just want to say, JD, I love your show. You just need to stay in your lane, and politics ain't it. And when you push crap like that, you might as well. I know you say, "Oh, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican." Let me tell you what, you're just as hardcore thumping wiener chopping liberal as anyone else when you spread crap like that.
He's gonna come and find you now.
Hair? Say the tough titty, said the kitty, because the milk run dry.
You don't know who's the behind the screen of these people? Yeah, you don't know who's behind the screen. Sometimes you can tell by some of their comments on how miserable they are, but you really, really don't know at the end of the day.
We know
You really, really
Charlie,
don't.
the person who pled guilty.
Yeah, the person that pled guilty and that admitted to it. I mean, how is this even a debate? Literally, how is this even a debate? No
Not
idea. What?
anything to debate.
It was the
Sometimes when
Democrats
we're
as
on
a
here, we're
whole.
usually just talking shit. We're just talking about stuff, throwing ideas back and forth. And there's been a few
Oh,
things we've
cry,
debated
cry,
about, not
cry.
much. What's that?
I was talking to the comment section. Cry, 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 Democrats. Cry, cry, cry. Court is going because there's going to be a trial, but Tater Speed, you never answered my question. Are you a real biker or are you just full of shit? Because I'm getting a smell of shit. And it might be either your upper lip or your pants. I don't know. Tyler Robinson did plead guilty. What are you talking about? Let me go ahead and Google search it.
Google search. Google search. Google search.
Google ain't telling me nothing. I'm gonna go use AI so y'all can go cry about it.
AI ain't gonna tell us what we want.
Okay, I'll take that back. He has not entered any kind of plea. So he's not entered guilty or he's not entered not guilty yet.
Fair
So
enough.
he hasn't entered
We
his
can
plea
say
yet.
we can say when we're wrong, but there is damning proof. There is damning evidence
What are y'all saying in the comment section?
Or you can tell they'll have a fake name like U.S. Marine Punchback 7089, and then they say Trump 99% of the time, a bot or a troll.
I mean,
Damn
that's the
it.
sad shit. Anyone can come on here and lie about anything, and no one's gonna check them for it.
Yep.
And then the people that
Luigi
actually did serve this
Mangione.
country will get called stolen valor.
Yeah, Luigi Mangione pled guilty.
Sorry?
Luigi Mangione pled guilty.
Well, yeah, that was kind of obvious. They caught him in 4K.
You know what? The pictures look different. I mean, I'm just saying. I thought it was a doppelganger. I swear I thought they had the wrong guy this time.
Man, I
But he
remember
pled
one
guilty.
time I was going skiing and I seen this really dumb bitch. She was maybe 16 or 17 years old. Maybe she was 18 or 19. I don't know. She looked like a real dumb bitch. And she was in front of me on the ski lift and she started telling her parents, she's like, "Oh my God, I love Mangione. He did the right thing. He's my hero." I'm like, "You piece of fucking dog shit."
Yeah. You know, I understand why he did it, but it doesn't make it right. It wasn't right. That's not
It
the
didn't
action.
change anything. It didn't change anything.
Yeah.
He died for
Didn't change
nothing.
a thing. Hey, Justin Renner says you guys are all doomed in November. He's obviously talking to you Democrats. You all are doomed in November. Let me tell you what, as long as Democrats has that civil war between Democrats and Democrat Socialist Party, you all ain't gonna have no blue wave.
That's gonna cut up your votes in half. If you can't even decide
Yep.
on what candidate to vote, y'all are screwed.
You Democrats importing Muslims has been your all's downfall. Mark my words.
We got 250 people in here, though. Let me know where everyone's coming from. I'm genuinely curious.
I mean, if we can figure out how to bet on this, I'll take bets.
I agree. What the CEO did wasn't right either, but he changed nothing. We already agreed on that point. Oh, we got a lazy loser that wants to blame the Jews again. The Jews keeping you poor? I damn sure hope so. Man, if the Jews were keeping the Democrats poor, that would be my dream. Too bad it's not
Or
real. It's just a conspiracy theory. Oh, Ray Davis. Yo mama, Ray Davis. Yo mama. What'd you say?
I didn't say nothing.
I'm just reading the comment section.
Yeah, that's what I was reading. Something to talk about.
Y'all don't even know how to spell. Holy crap. Y'all don't even know how
What
to
is
spell.
pro-rax?
He doesn't know how to spell shit.
Cassie X, you may be a Christian, you may blame the synagogue, but me, I blame the Catholics.
Pro Rax is just a heavy duty utility scaffold.
Yeah, y'all want to talk about politic manipulation? Nobody manipulates more than the Catholic Church. Prove me wrong. Except for maybe the Muslims. The Muslims are up and coming.
The Muslims are up and coming. Black Democrats never know the history. Excuse me. Yeah, black Democrats never know the history. Is it true that Barack Obama's living in a tent? Unfortunately,
Come
it's not
on.
true. He has a $5 million house in one of those Muslim countries.
He lives in one of the whitest neighborhoods in America. Martha's Vineyard.
Let's see. Because I remember when Barack Obama was leaving office, he bought a house in some Muslim country. Let's see. Does
Hey,
Obama.
Tomcat, we vote Charles Van Morgan for Tennessee governor on here.
Don't tell me they said Blackburn.
No, they said somebody I never even heard of, some Daniels guy.
All right. Obama doesn't own any houses currently that we know about outside of America. I ain't jealous of Obama. Thank God I don't have to sleep next to a big mic at
Yeah.
the end of every night.
Yeah, why would we be jealous of Obama? I mean, he sleeps next to a dude and he doesn't have a Harley.
Obama
Those are two
smells
very
like
big deal
sulfur.
breakers.
Bye bye. Y'all are weak trolls. Y'all are weak trolls. They live in DC. Keep crying. Keep crying. Y'all can keep crying on that, man. How's Iran going? It's fantastic.
Boy, it's going boom. It's going.
Isn't Ohio the potato state? I thought that was Idaho.
Yeah, that's Idaho. That is Idaho. Ohio's the Buckeye state.
Why do people got so much hate in their heart for Israel? I still can't figure that out.
I have no clue. They want to say 7 million people sways the world, or at least sways America, and they completely overlook the Muslims and the Catholic Church.
Yeah, I just got no idea what they're talking about, honestly.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think the Catholic Church sways the vote more than Jews
I
in
mean,
America?
I was debating a Catholic the other day, and he said that he believes everything the Catholic says. I mean, how can a man be ordained to
proves
give
my
you God's
point.
message?
Proves my point.
I mean, shit, the man's literally in favor of open borders.
See Vatican City open their gates up and just accept everybody that wants to come in.
You're talking about Gaza. Palestine does not exist. And yeah, Gaza turned into a car parking lot because they wanted to vote. 89% of them voted for a terrorist regime with one promise to take over Israel. And they failed. They lost the
Green
war.
substance.
Now we're going to turn
Green
Gaza into Gaza Largo.
Green substance is so right. It says trans women are just ugly men. Here's the one I like, green substance. There's no such thing as chicks with dicks. They're nothing but dudes with tits.
I don't understand. How does Israel have to do with anything? I really don't understand. No, Israel doesn't get anything for free. They give us tens of billions of dollars a year. Y'all just don't know what you're talking about. Not to mention,
You know,
you
it
guys
wasn't
don't give a
the-
fuck how much money we
wasn't
spend.
the
You
Jews,
idiots
it
want
was
all
the
this
Pharisees.
welfare.
Wasn't the Jews, it was the Pharisees that convinced the
The
Romans
Romans.
to crucify Jesus. And it wasn't every Jew. It was the Pharisees.
They just cry. They cry, they cry, they cry. They don't know where Israel is on the map. Is Trump really resigning? I don't think Trump would ever resign.
He's a quitter. He's probably going to run for a third term.
I mean, y'all already tried to impeach Trump and it literally failed. But can we get 5 more likes until we're at 400
this.
likes, guys? Can we get 5 more likes? Get those likes
I
way
like
up.
this comment. Netanyahu, let's see, this comes from Bahamado. Netanyahu armed, trained, and financed Hamas to saw divisions in the Palestinians. Yeah, let me tell you what, Netanyahu didn't fund anything. They managed their taxes and they gave them their tax returns. You moron. That just, you know what? Had he kept their tax returns, liberals would be bitching. He gives them their tax returns, he's funding Hamas. Now imagine that. Am I wrong, Graham?
You're right, but at the end of the day, Jews did not get kicked out of 110 countries. They got kicked out of about 4 or 5 countries, and most of those countries were because of the Muslims.
Yeah, Muslims got ran out of more countries than the Jews, not to mention, all I'm going to say is Barbary pirates. Look it up. If you know, you know.
No, not our tax returns. Gaza's tax returns.
Yeah, Gaza and Palestine's tax returns.
Y'all, we just need 2 more likes until we get to 400 likes, guys. Get those likes way, 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 way up there, guys. Let's see if we can get more likes than yesterday. We got 411 likes yesterday. Let's see if we can get more than that. Without Jews, there would be no Muslims. Talking about without Muslims, there would be no Jews. The Jews existed before the Muslims.
Yeah. Before Muhammad, Muslims were just Jews.
They were actually, what was it called? They were pagans, actually. The Muslims used to be pagans before they were Muslims.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
They were pagans. They were all kinds of different religions. Ronnie from Israel says Arab got the money, but Israel got the brain. I don't got nothing against Muslims per se. I got something against Islamists. I mean, should we pull up a verse from the Hadith?
Well, Graham, I'm going to have to hop off here, buddy.
All right. Have a good one, man. Have a good
I
one.
love you, brother.
Much love. Much love. This one got over 200,000 views, by the way, if you're wondering. Peace, though. Have a
Hell
good night.
yeah. You too.
Maybe we can see. Maybe we can, let's see. We'll get back to here, over here. We'll take a look at some of these over
Medal
here,
of Honor for
guys.
your 100-year soldier, you know.
Oh, that's old. That's old. Hey, we'll play it anyway.
100 years old, 101 to be exact. And Daryl's been fighting that he get the Congressional Medal of Honor for many years, Daryl, right?
Mr. President, I give you all the credit for overcoming the lawyers in the Department of the Navy in a way that I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
And
Well, we
nobody
didn't
could
have
have done
too
it but
long to
you.
go. Maybe it'll be a long. We had to get it to him a little bit quickly, but he looks like he's in good shape. He's got some years left, right?
He's planning to come back here for your next Medal of Honor ceremony.
Let's put this here, boys. Get those likes way, way up there, though.
And
He'll be
he's also going to be the star at Tailhook this
Right.
summer if you want
Right.
to come to Reno.
Well, I congratulate you for that success. That was amazing. He didn't stop. I've known him a long time. He never stops. So.
Here, we didn't see this one.
Please welcome Chair and Chief.
That's how we
I
look
missed
sharp
this
in those
speech.
cavalcades, you know.
So here, let's
we
go ahead
look
and put this
sharp
one
in
up.
those Escalades. Our guys are very spoiled. They're very spoiled. They like the Escalade. So do I. They were great to deal with. General Motors, they're making literally 250 of them, and it was about time. In 2026, GM increased truck and SUV production by 20%, and in the past 2 years, the company's invested $9 billion in bringing factories home to the USA. They're coming back home because, frankly, when they build here, there's no tariff. It's really not complicated. A lot of people don't understand that. They feel.
Oh, boo-hoo! I'll never get a like from a liberal. I'll never get a like from a liberal. Oh, I don't care.
Oh, what does it mean? They have no idea. They don't have a clue. But Mary understood it. Her whole group understood it, and they're coming back home where they belong. So I just want to congratulate General Motors. That's why I'm here today. I'm very proud of General Motors. For years, you watch companies move production from America down to Mexico. Mexico.
Mexico! Mexico! We're taking our factories from Mexico and we're bringing them back into America, chat.
I love the way there's a very nice president of Mexico. You know that. She's very nice, and she speaks beautifully, and she calls it Mexico. So I said to a group the other day, and we will stop all business going to Mexico. And they didn't know what the hell I was talking about. It didn't come out as well, Sean. It didn't come out as well. This is a great gentleman, heads up transportation. He's also world championship tree climber, 5-time champion tree climber. Can you imagine? I only hire these crazy people that do things like that. He was the lumberjack. He was the world champion going up a tree 100 feet, right? That's high. I saw an old picture of you doing it. I said, he's crazy. That's why I like him. But he's a 5-time world champion. You know who that is. So, and his wife maybe is even superior, a big star of television, Rachel. She's doing all right. Sean Duffy, Rachel Campus Duffy. But you know, I liked him a lot. I always liked him. But when I heard he was a world champion of a tree, but any kind of world champion I'm okay with. When you're a world champion of anything, but that's pretty good. But
listen, y'all, don't make any request for me to sing. Don't make any stupid request unless you're going to stamp it with a super chat. All right?
down in Mexico, and they're coming back, and production's moving from Mexico, and companies are actually moving production from Mexico back to America. Before they left, they went the other way. Now they're all coming back. Toyota, Hyundai, and others are relocating production back.
I agree. If Palestinians love Jerusalem, why are they praying to Saudi Arabia? That's exactly why we should just give East Jerusalem to the Christians.
Back to the U.S., Ford is investing $3 billion to build parts of its new pickup truck in central Michigan. All these things I told you, but only Brian. Where's Brian? Come here. Get up here, Brian, will you please? He's the only guy that believed me. But boy, did he believe me. I wanted to just hop over. Come on, don't worry about it, Secret Service. He's okay. Come on up here, Brian. See the way he can do that? Look at that. He evaded Secret. I'm sure they're thrilled. Come here, say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, we can thank this gentleman right here for all these jobs coming back, and I hear it all the time from all my connections at all the different auto plants around the Metro Detroit area. Jobs are coming back to America. You know, Kamala Harris was running against this guy when he ran for re-election. She wanted to get rid of the internal combustion engine, and crazy Sean Fain endorsed her. So we've got to change the mindset. We've got to build, if they want to sell in our market, they got to build it in our market. And that's what this guy told them. So thank you, Mr. President. It's because of you.
God bless you, Mr. President. Guys, get those likes up there. Subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe.
You saved our domestic auto industry. Thank you.
Look at the arms of that guy. I don't know. He's been with me from day one. The first time he said years ago. And I think I produced.
We do need to make California great again, but California is just such a shithole. You have a better chance of just escaping out of there than ever making it good again. Sorry. It would take 5 terms of President Trump back to back to back just to fix the damages of California.
Brian, would you say I produced even more than I said, right?
Yes, sir. You've
Even more.
exceeded expectations.
Yep, exceeded expectations. True. We like that. Thank you, Brian. He's a great guy, and he's got a group of followers that are unbelievable. Where are they? Oh, yeah, there they are. He's got a great group of people. But for decades, we were told that it was totally impossible to bring back American manufacturing. Obama would say it, remember? Barack Hussein Obama. Obama.
I'm not going to give up on California, but they have a long, long time before they get back right.
He was so bad for the auto industry. I don't know, you know. Honestly, I don't know how you vote for Democrats because they are so bad for the industry. But it turned out that all you really needed to get him back was a new president.
Hello, Rodrigo. Make sure you guys get those likes up and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Obama did lots of mass deportations.
Somebody that understood business, understood what it was all about. I've been complaining about it for many years. On day one, I ended Biden's insane electric vehicle mandate that would have crushed the U.S. auto industry forever, would have never come back. Remember that? Everybody was supposed to have an electric car within, 15.
I actually liked Barack Obama more than I liked Biden, to be honest with you.
15 minutes. And I don't want to say this in front of Mary because she'll change your mind, but it takes far fewer people to build an electric car. That doesn't mean they work better, but it takes. And if you want an electric car, they make electric cars too. But if you want to buy a combustion, if you want to buy anything you want, they make. We don't want to do that stuff. But right now, we've been right on that bet. I said, no, it's not going to happen that way. I terminated Biden's disastrous CAFE fuel standards. You know what that is? That was a short road to bankruptcy for.
Does anybody in the YouTube comment section want to debate a Trump supporter? Does anyone want to debate a Trump supporter? Let me know.
Every single car company in this country, and a total disaster that would have killed the internal combustion engine. They wanted it dead within 5 years. As long as I'm president, that will never happen, but it's going in the opposite direction.
California has the population of 11 states.
Remember, we have a 1,000-year supply of gasoline. China doesn't. China doesn't. We have 1,000 years. We have more gasoline. We have more oil. Now, when you add Venezuela to it, we really have more oil. One day. And Venezuela's been great. They've been doing a great job. We're working with them. Take millions and millions of barrels of oil. But they're doing well, and we're doing well. One day. You know, a lot of people were against that war. We don't want the Venezuela. What are you doing? What are you doing? After we won in about 48 minutes approximately. They said, oh, that was a good move. Well, the same.
We won Venezuela in 48 minutes. We kidnapped their leader. Thank God. Thank God.
Same thing's happening in Iran. People just don't see it. We have destroyed their Navy. We've destroyed their Air Force. We've destroyed their leadership. We've destroyed their anti-aircraft weaponry. Their drones are being made at a rate of about 7%. We destroyed most of their drone manufacturing capability, their missile manufacturing capability. And right now they're talking to us about making a deal. But if we didn't do it tough, there would be no talk. You know, for 47 years, which is really 50 because people have been using 47 years for 3 years at least. But for 47 to 50 years, they have been talking, and all they do is tap everyone along. They were the bully of the Middle East, and they were the bully of us. And Obama came along and gave them tens of billions of dollars. He gave them $1.7 billion in green cash. Remember that? Put them on a Boeing 757, flew it to Tehran. $1.7 billion in green. He thought he could bribe them, and instead they thought, what a stupid country this is. How stupid. No, you can't bribe them. You got to beat them, and we're beating the hell out of them. But we'll see how it turns out. Right now, they have very friendly negotiations going on. And by the way, how good is our Navy with a blockade?
Iran is never going to make a deal. Yeah, everyone gets drunk and comes to my chat, it seems like. Y'all can at least leave us a like, a thumbs up, drop some super chats. Get those likes way, way up. Y'all are drunk off Trump derangement syndrome.
Now one boat gets in. We have a blockade. They'd love us to, please, we don't want the blockade anymore. They're saying, please, please, no blockade. And I approve the single largest deregulatory action in American history, repealing what is known as the endangerment finding, which will save American families an average of almost $3,000 on new cars, SUVs, and trucks. What a difference. And today I'm giving all American car companies the right to build what are known as tiny cars. You know what that is? These little, because I go over to Europe and I see these little cars all over the place. And I say,
Ronnie? The USA is training Palestinian police? I hope that's not true. Hey, IPA is good, brother. IPA is good. It's also a beer that a lot of Democrats drink, unfortunately.
say, why aren't we making them? They send some over. But Sean Duffy, the Secretary of Transportation, has just cleared it. I was with him on the plane. I said, Sean, did you clear that? No, sir, not yet. I want it done now. Oh, it's done. He knows what. He's very smart. He's a very smart guy. No, but you're all cleared, Sean? So your company, Mary, if you want, I mean, you have the choice. It's a tiny little, beautiful little car. I'm not sure I want to get hit by one of your Silverados, okay? Or one of your Cadillacs, but you'll make them as safe as possible, right? You put a cocoon. You put a little cocoon around.
Hey, good to hear you ain't a libtard, brother. Good to hear you ain't a libtard. But get those likes way, way up there. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you really want to support, you can drop some memberships or some super chats. I'm answering every single super chat, question, or comment.
Them. See, I would have been a wonderful automobile designer. But you have the right to do it, and they sell, inexpensively. They're actually beautiful. I don't know if I'm going to be using one. I'm not sure if Secret Service would love me driving around in one, but there's a tremendous market for it, I think. It really is a tremendous market. They are quite something. And thanks to our Republican majorities in Congress, we also made interest on auto loans fully tax deductible, but only if the car is made in America. If it's not made in America,
then no tax deduction. Man, if you love our country and you love our president, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and drop me some comments too. Say USA, USA, USA. I want to hear a huge chant going on in the comment section.
America, we have no interest in doing that. And I apologize for the air conditioning, but this room was not built for thousands of people. This room was built for a few people making cars, not for thousands of people. And it is a little warm up here, but I love that because every time I make a speech, I lose weight. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful way to lose weight. Under our leadership, investment is booming, incomes are rising, and the stock market has
Incomes are rising and stock market is rising, chat.
73 all-time highs. Think of that. In a year and a half, we've had an all-time high. And your 401ks are up by $32,000 and more in just a year.
Yep.
And one statistic that I say, because, the fake news, the reason they're fake news, they're terrible, terrible people in many cases, not in all cases, you have some professionals, but they refuse to say there are more Americans working today in the United States of America than at any time in history.
Yeah, this is almost a month old, but I didn't really see all of it. All right, guys, we're probably going to hop up out of here for a couple minutes. We'll be back later streaming. Much love, everybody. I'm going to hop up out of here, guys. Much love. God bless everybody. Peace out. I'll give you all a minute or two, though, if you want to drop any super chats for any questions or comments. And then I'm going to go ahead and hop out. But if you guys want to debate me, you can join the Discord, link in bio. Does anyone out there want to debate? Anybody? Anybody? Hey, Bob. I'm just asking y'all if you got any questions or comments you want to ask me. You can drop super chats. If not, I'll hop out. What's up, Stewie girl? God bless. God bless. Yeah, I'm MAGA, brother. More crybabies. More crybabies. I bring facts to my debates. I know why Democrats don't want to debate. It's cool. I'm begging y'all, let's debate. Democrats can't handle the heat. Democrats can't handle the heat. You can join the Discord, linked in my bio if you guys want to debate. Linked in the bio. I'm out of here. I'm out of here, guys. Hello, Mario. I hope you subscribe. I hope you like. I'm hopping out of here. Peace out. The stream is ending now. So if it's rotating on your screen, it's over. Peace. I'll be back, though. I'll be back. I'd love to debate Anthony. I love to debate. So join the Discord. The link is in my bio of my YouTube channel. Hey, Mario, what's up?